And why does it hurt so bad? Y'all remember that song? This shit hurt. Hey man. I got my glasses today. Let me just say that right now. Shout out to my AKs that's joining the channel. Remember, I do not have my glasses today, so do not bother me about squinting because I ain't got time for that shit right now, man. But I do appreciate you guys joining me. Nisi, I see you in there. I've been waiting for this video too. I had to go out and just extract the film myself because my film guy hadn't gotten it to me. I think he's somewhere crying too. You know what I mean? Because nobody's moving right now. It's like the season is over for everybody, man. So I had to do it myself. You know what I mean? They ain't know I had hacking skills, but I went and got it. You know what I mean? It's not cut up the way I want it to yet, but we're gonna watch the defense first. Then we're gonna go into the offense, play by play. You know, drive by drive. And like I said, it's very difficult for the film to hurt worse than the actual game, and that's crazy because it does. It does. It's pretty bad, man. I haven't seen a game collectively this bad by the Cowboys in quite some time, man. And I'm talking about even Rob Marinelli days. They wasn't this bad. This is bad. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. So that make me think, man. It's like, what the hell was Dan Quinn doing? I really, really don't know, man. But whatever it was, his mind wasn't focused on the task at hand because a lot of the things they attacked us with were things that we struggled with all season and were also things that they like to do all season. So when watching the film and saying, hey, let's come up with a game plan to take things away from a guy who likes to throw across the middle, for the middle to be as wide open as you're going to see constantly, it's like you couldn't have been making a plan to take these things away. You know, there were a couple of plays where guys just got flat out beat. You know, like Gilmore got beat on a 7 route, just a great route by Dobbs. But outside of that one, there weren't many man beaters. You know, plays. There was usually zone and big gaps in the zone. But you guys will definitely get into it in a second. Um, his glasses is under the couch again. Not actually under my bed this time. And I jumped up to it's snowing here. So I jumped up to take my daughter to school. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to the studio, man. I ain't even go back home. I ain't go home, get dressed or nothing. I'm still like in my house clothes for real, for real. And I mean, I just said, like, I'm going to the studio. I don't live that far from my studio. So I just said, let me drive over here, man. Yeah, man. Hey, Eastside Harold, man. Don't nobody want to go over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't you come here with your shit, man. Don't come here with that. All right, here we go. Let me put the film on because I ain't gonna make this a super long one. What I will say is, prior to putting the film on, should I say? Whew. For those who weren't on here yesterday for the 5 hour telecast I put on, uh, they asked me what I would do. What I would do is go after a coach that has a defensive mindset because we have an offense that knows how to score. You keep Scotland, Schottenheimer, Shotty, because he knows his offense and this pretty much is his offense. It's just that Mike McCarthy was calling the plays. So you keep Shotty and let Shotty call the plays. You bring in a defensive minded coach um, and a disciplinarian like a Tomlin or a Belichick, and you go from there. Now, if you bring in a defensive minded coach, he'll come in with his own staff, his own system. Hopefully, as they say, if you get Belichick, you're gonna get Scott Belichick or whatever his son name is. But I would go with Belichick and either his son or Belichick and Vrabel. A lot of people don't like the Belichick pick, but I do. If I wouldn't do that, it would be like I said, any defensive minded old coach with experience. I want a coach that has won something. Go bait Bruce Arians, even though he's an offensive mind. Go bait him off the couch or something like that. But I wouldn't go after a young guy that's trying to prove it. I don't got time for that. I want a guy who's been there, either a player like Vrabel who's been there and knows how to win. And when I say been there, I mean won the big game as a player and knows how to get players in position to play their best ball. You know, because what we were seeing was not that. So, without further ado, let's look at the film. All right, let me blow this up even more. Boom. There we go. Now, I couldn't. It wasn't as crisp as I wanted to be. So don't hurt me for that. But you'll see as we move forward into the film. I had to go back and fix some things. these plays are going to get replayed, you know, as I get to the broadcast view, these run plays, because I don't like to break down the run plays from side view. But this is the first drive, and as you can see in the first drive, I'll just let those play out because I'm not going to break down the side view run plays because you can't really see what's going on. But what I noticed first drive, very first drive, is we stopped the run pretty well. We did okay, except for like one play that kept them going, where they squeaked out there and got some real yards running right at us. And I think they were setting us up though with these plays where you see him just gap running. And when I say gap running, I mean he's just running straight at the line. They were setting us up for later, you know, for bigger plays later, and they got him. Here's what I mean. This is a pass play, so this is what I wanted to break down for you. Check this out. Check this pass play out. So this is Doubs. Watch Doubs at the bottom of the screen. We're in zone. Okay, so pause. Let's see what zone we're in. Right now, it looks like a cover two, soft cover two. Let's see. Yeah, they're in a soft cover two because you see the corners at the bottom are kind of they're bailing, but they're not trying to stay over the top of those receivers on the outside. So this is a soft cover two. Right now, you see J. Lou's like sinking for anything short, but I don't understand why we're running this anyway, because you give a look, you can see the two checkdowns underneath that's going to give you a two-way go in the middle of the field where they're going to pull some of those safeties down later if this play develops. Or are you just going to give up 10 yards to a back underneath? We play zone very, very bad. So for us to come out with this as our defense when this is not what we do, to me, it was a mistake. And when you look at this, the results, you can see. So right now you got Curse playing deep safety, and you got Wilson playing deep safety in a cover two. For what? Wilson and Curse are not your space players, meaning you got guys that can play this and probably can squeeze this a little bit more in guys like Wanye, guys like Izzy, guys like Hooker, right? But instead of that, we're running Wilson deep. If you look deep, you'll see Wilson on the top of the screen, and you look on the bottom of the screen, you'll see Curse, right? Why they're there, I don't know. And then underneath, you have your two best secondary players, which is Bland and Gilly, just playing cover two, watching the flats, right? They're watching underneath. But for what? There's nothing even rolling underneath. Look, boom, right here. This is like loose as hell. Everybody's open. You got three people open right now. And they're all running up the seam with, I guess that's number 9. I don't know if that's Watson or tight end, but all three. So in the middle of the field, you see Damone Clark streaking up the middle of the field in that cover two, playing deep middle. But he's playing deep middle, but so are the safeties. Look at the safeties. They're both watching the middle of the field. So you got 3 players running deep, right? And then giving up everything underneath, as if this is a deep ball team or you playing Miami or something, right? But look at this. Look at the results. Now, he's gotten to the bottom of his drop, Love has. And look at the results. Where's Bland? Bland is playing, like I said, he's playing a soft cover two, but why did he bail that far out? Where are we? Because even if you're looking at, okay, you know, I was covering anything that was developing deep, there's nothing in his zone other than the flat, other than that tight end that snuck out to the flat. There's nothing in his zone. Nothing in his zone. You know, and I don't know what they're being asked to do. And the reason I know it was Dan Quinn that asked him to do it is because when you look at Bland and you look at Gilly, they're covering nothing but air. Nothing but air. So they both were standing where they're supposed to. They're in cover two. But they should be playing this tighter, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. But when you look at Doubs at the bottom of the screen, there is nothing near Doubs at all. You don't have a chance to stop this play other than the fact that, hey, maybe we get a good pass rush and they don't see or get to this. But you got 3 guys open. You got the running back right in front of the line of scrimmage, even though I'd say J. Lou is close enough to him. You know, then you have here, I don't know if this is Bell. Bell's covering one of the tight ends or receiver at the top of the screen. But then Bland isn't driving or doing anything for that other tight end. And he did this all game. So that's why I know it's not just him, because Bland hasn't played like this all game. He did this all game. He was playing off of a tight end as if a tight end going to run right by you. And then Gilly at the bottom of the screen. Even if you are called on zone, common sense got to tell you, like, there's nowhere else for him to go with this ball at the bottom of this drop. Like, you got to squeeze Doubs. But no, look at this. Look at Doubs, right? Now, where did I say – I'm going to pause this real quick. Watch this. Because I'm going to show you why I get pissed off. Because I'm not no slouch. I ain't no slouch. You know what I mean? I ain't no slouch. This is where I just said in the beginning of this film, what did I say? Jordan loves to throw into the pyramid, right? Which is weird. Now just watch these clips real quick. Then we're going back to it. That's in the middle of the field and right outside the tackles all game, meaning screen passes, drags, digs, slants, and deep middles, posts, all that. This is where he throws the damn ball all day. Now look at Chicago. They squeezing all of that. Even though they squeezing it in a zone, see, these are tight zone windows. They're squeezing on these plays, but he's still getting them off because you're giving him the plays that he likes. This is what he likes to do. So if you come into a game plan where you see not only does he get to do the things he likes, but it's wide the hell open, not short, because I can understand if you did it short, but deep, wide the hell open, it doesn't make any sense. This is where he likes to throw the ball. This is what I scouted myself. I did this myself, okay? I'm a YouTuber. So when I say I get mad, I'm not disrespecting myself when I call myself a YouTuber, but if I can see this and you are a coordinator and a player who watches film and knows the game, you should see this because this is all he did to us. He didn't do shit but throw to the middle of the field against us, and this is the only place that he's good at throwing. When he's even the plays where he was throwing to the outside, they're floaters. The play to the tight end was wide open. That was a floater. The tight end stopped and waited for the ball for seconds, but there was nobody there. That wasn't a great pass. The play to Doubs to the outside, there's nobody near them. These are not like tight spiral throws where the ball's getting right on them like they are right here on the short middle stuff, right? This is like when you watch what's happening, it's like getting back to what we were watching. Look, this is Doubs right there. Look at how slow developing this play was. It wasn't like he got open immediately or he had to put it into a window or nothing. It was just straight up run right by him. Here we go again. Look at Doubs. Look at Doubs at the bottom of the screen. Wide open. Look at the ball. It's high and slow and late. Still couldn't get there because you got nobody in the area to do shit with. That was crazy to me. So when I say it was Quinn's fault, look at this. Okay, now they're running. Now when you watch this, this is a rub route here. Watch this. I don't have my cursors and everything that you guys need to see to make it look good for you. But look at the top of the screen. You're going to see Bland. All right. Now under Bland, you see, I think this is number 80, whoever that is. He's going to run through all this mess. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse. If you can't, then just look, just imagine with me real quick. Imagine with me. Hold on. Chris, he said, appreciate your work, brother. Never change. I ain't going nowhere, bro. I don't do that. You know what I mean? I ain't going nowhere. Hold on. Boom. All right, here we go. So he's gonna run a drag route or like a little over route right here across all this mess that's in the middle of the field. Let me pause it in the middle. You see here? Boom. That tight end ran interference and so did this one. So both these tight ends are not really running routes. Okay. They saw that Bland was playing so far off, right? He can't possibly squeeze and go under from here. He has to go over, but not only go over one guy where he can like squeeze down, and there's no communication where there's a switch here where, okay, because this linebacker, Bell is covering the running back who's pulling to the flat. So he's going to bail out of this zone, right, or out of this area. You got Curse playing single high safety in space, guarding nothing but air for nothing. Crazy shit. But I don't understand that. If you're Dan Quinn and you put Curse out at single high when Curse hasn't done shit from single high in his entire career, it is crazy that he keeps doing that. And we don't ever do anything good when he does it. So I don't understand why you do it. He has never done anything good in space. Curse is not a space player. He's a good run defender, and he's a guy that you take, hug a tight end and follow him up the field, or hug a receiver if you're near him and follow him up the field. But by no means do you say put him in space. That's a Wanye job or a Hooker job. If Hooker is hurt, it's a Wanye job. Point blank, nothing else to talk about. Now, when you look at this rub that's developing, it's a well-designed play for what we're running. Look at Bland, okay? Bland has to go over both these guys who are not trying to get open. They are blocking him, okay? This is his man here. Bell has no awareness of what's going on, so he's doing what he's supposed to do, which is running to the flat to play man. Bland has no chance at stopping this route. None. He had to go around this. This is wide open again. He has no chance of stopping that. None. None. Boom. He gets there for the tackle, but he had no chance of breaking that up. No chance. Again, out schemed. Out schemed. Now look at where they are. Again, playing off. Now, usually when you see a bunch formation, corners do play off because you can't press because you don't know what you're about to get down there in the trips. You don't know what you're going to get in that bunch. You might because there's switches that have to take place. And when you see those switches, you want to have time to recover if you're, thinking or you're wrong about what you thought was happening, or one of your guys is wrong and they didn't switch off. You want to be able to recover. So I understand why Bland is playing off on this one, right? Now, on this play, I think this is the one where this is a run play. Oh, this is just a run play. Okay, I see what they were doing there as far as coverage, though, right? But okay. It's another run play. I told you the run plays I'm going to get to. When you look at these run plays, they were setting us up. When you see gap runs, I'm going to just show you something that I want you to pay attention to. So in the beginning, everybody's like, we're stopping the run okay. We never stop the run. They set us up, meaning when you run gap runs, when you're trying to run a counter concept, you have to sell the fact that you might ever run front side. So in the first half, I do this on Madden. This is how simple this shit is. In the first half, I'm going to run stretch plays. In the first half, I'm going to run off tackles. In the first half, I'm going to run dives. I'm going to run inside zones. You know why? Because I want to counter that. And I want you to believe by making tackles in the backfield or stopping me, I want you to believe that you're doing the right thing when you commit to my first action. Okay? If you understand what I mean, meaning if I want to counter you, if I want to work off my jab, I need you to believe that my jab is coming. If I want to feint with the jab, I need you to believe that that's going to happen. So what they're doing with these gap runs, full speed runs to their first side. See, this is a stretch play. So he's running full speed at that first gap so that our linebackers in the second half will believe, and our linemen will believe that when he is committed in this way, that he might possibly be running front side because they get the dopamine release from having stopped it. Like, oh, I stopped it. I stopped it last time. I'm going to jump it again. But now you set up because you're overcommitting. You're going to overcommit in the second half to everything. You see this? So our linebacker, you see Bell right there in the right gap. You know what I mean? He's committed to front side. Look, once again, they get them to commit. Look at our linebackers, even though I don't understand what Clark is doing here, but they're committed. Bell is committed. Why? I'm in the right gap. This guy ran right at me. See? He ran right to me. You think that that's stopping the run. Everybody who was watching film arguing with me on Twitter saying, why you keep talking about the run? Because I'm looking at the fact that our run fits was still bad even when we were stopping it. And I said, we are done when they counter. I knew they was going to counter. Here's one where they ran right at us. Boom. This is still the first drive. Okay. And this is just them running right at us. Right at us. I'm going to show you these from the other view as well when I get to it. Remember, I had to extrapolate the film myself. I didn't have my guy do it. So I had to go find it and do it myself. So I did it manually. Boom. See here? They already know now because we've been getting those stops. We got numbers to the front side. Everybody overcommitted. Even Clark. Clark is outside. Why? You got D-Law out there that he has outside contain. So there's no need for Clark to be that far outside and not flow back over to the middle of the field. He's not flowing. He's boom. Clark is just in the mud. In the mud. Bell, I don't know where the hell Bell came from on that play, but we'll find out when we look at the other view. See what I'm saying? This is what I mean. They ran right at now. These plays, they got some yards on it, but they ran right at us to set us up for later. They didn't do this again in the second half, except for power running back. But Jones did. So they're committed again. So Bell is playing weak side, but he's playing loose weak. I don't know why he's all the way over here because you got Wilson and you got Parsons back there for the cutback, right? So Bell should be here in the middle of the field. Clark is kind of in good position, but Bell should be like right off of him, 5 yards off of his hip. Boom. He never makes it because he gets sealed off by a lineman right there. Clark overcommits and never flows back over to the play, and he's in the mud. Okay, that's where Bell was on that play. And they're gonna do it again on this play. Watch this. Boom. Off tackle. They cut Hankins down. They cut Micah Parsons down for the cutback. You got Bell and Clarks and Curse not committed. Curse is in good position, but hasn't done anything yet. Let's see. Boom. So Curse gets sealed off. Clark needs to shoot this. He needs to go. He needs to be gone already. Bell is getting blocked. Bell got knocked off. Clark just falls on the ball because the ball fell. He didn't tackle shit. He got tripped. Okay, back to coverage. The reason the coverage looks so bad is because when you got a team that can play balance, you really don't know what they're doing. He's under center, so you don't know. He ain't under center on his throw though. Hold on, that's that. Right here, he's gonna be under center. You don't know what he's doing. Okay, you don't know what they're doing, but you're in a pass look anyway. So whoever's man, whose man is that? Let's see who man is the tight end. That is Clark's. Clark has no chance of stopping this from where he is. None. And he's jogging and late to diagnose. And I don't even understand what he's diagnosing because it's a pass play and you're a man. Late. Cooked. There is no way he was stopping that. There's no way. There's nothing he could have done to stop that from where he was. Cooked. Here's another gap run. Now Clark is committed. See, he's committed to that gap. Boom. Because they've been running gap runs at him, right? So he at least makes a decision. He takes away that front gap. He shows some color in the gap. So now he has to cut this back. 31 has to cut this back. Boom. That was okay. Wasn't bad, right? But that wasn't Aaron Jones doing it. Here's Aaron Jones. That was a play action. Where are my guys? Okay, what are we in? I don't know what they're in. It looked like they're in man, but the safeties are in zone. So, because they are in man. Well, Gilly read this play because Gilly was like taking on a block already. He already knew what it was. None of these safeties recognize what this is because you see guys getting blocked, but you see him dropping back to pass. Gilly knew what it was because he went straight to the blocker and faced up with him for the screen. He didn't try to shoot it though, but he did face up with him. No one else knew what this was. It was like a tunnel screen. Boom. Gilly gets underneath it. Actually, Gilly read this very well. I didn't know what he was doing, but he read this very well. So Gilly sees it. He puts a body on his man so that there's no counter. So he's only holding him up because he's like, I'm not going to let him sneak out behind me just in case he doesn't throw the screen. He's waiting for the screen. As soon as he sees the screen, sheds, goes. Gilly read this. No one else did. Offsides by D-Law. Love what D-Law did in this game. He came ready to play, but too many penalties from key players once again. And this shouldn't be something that keeps hampering you, which is why I say the coaching staff can go. There's no way you can keep getting all these goddamn penalties and think that, you're going to win games because you're not. It's not going to happen. Hold on one second. I got to clock one of my clients in for my home health care business. That's how I pay the bills because y'all motherfuckers don't pay shit. You know what I'm saying? Not motherfuckers. You people. You people. You're like, what do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? Oh, man. Collier is a racist. Brother of mine, as soon as I say it, I wasn't even talking about you. I already know you pay.
Press 2 for call out.
How you, bro? Yeah, man. I know y'all pissed off, too.
You have entered 002.
Hold on, let me fix this.
If correct, press 1. Press 0 to re-enter. Enter assignment ID. You have entered 100239. If correct, press 1. Press 0 to... The current time is 10:51 a.m. Call registered. Goodbye. Okay, back to it. Appreciate you, Marty. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, bro. What's up with you, man? We gotta get a drink, man. I'm going to Cali tonight, so I'll be back Friday. When I come back this weekend, we can link up, man. We can link up. That's my bro, my frat brother, man, my guy. But anyway, back to it. All right, so what are we in? All right, offsides by D-Law. Can't have that. Now we get another gap run, and nobody does jack shit about it. D-Law tried here, and you're going to see this on another view. D-Law tried to get in there. He shoots the B gap, but watch what's happening behind him on this play. Here we go. So you got Clark on the edge for no reason. You got, and then watch Bell and Curse here. Let's watch our linebacker play.
D-Law already went. Nobody is filling his gap or replacing right now. Nobody. Nobody has replaced his gap yet. Now, Bell is tiptoeing in that gap. The ball can only come to you, Bell. Now, if he cuts his back, that's not your job. That's Parsons' job. So if he cuts his back or he cuts it to the flat front side, that would be Clark's job. So all there is to do on this play is shoot. Just shoot. Bell never moves. He never moved. Never moved at all. He just waited and got ran over. That's bussy ball right there. Not football. This play, I actually was like, okay, curse. Hold on. Let me get back to it. On this play, next drive, they took 80 in motion. Curse picks him up. We're in man. Single high save. They got Hooker back on the field finally. So they converged to the middle of the field only to single up the flat. They were going for a shot downfield. We're playing cover three match man, because you see Bland and Gilly following their guy across the field. So they're matching. The reason I say it's cover three is because of the guys underneath playing zone. So this is match man, meaning you play man. You're in zone technically, but when you got players that play man better than they play zone, you have them play in their zone and then match with the guy that runs in their zone. So they play man according to who runs in their area. So that's what you call match man. Okay. Boom. Curse does a good job here, and so does Hooker. Hooker got over there, but he ain't have nothing to break up. Let's see what we have here. A reverse action. Another straight gap run. Look where your linebackers are. Good play for the front line. The front line did his job. So, again, it erased the responsibility from those linebackers. Here you got Micah Parsons on third down, though. I don't mind Micah Parsons dropping back in coverage on early downs. I don't like it on 3rd and 9, though. Especially when you take, look at this. You're going to take, I'm going to show you. You're going to take Wilson and blitz Wilson. Like, who are you trying to fool? You're only tricking yourself, Dan. You're only tricking yourself. Watch this. Watch Wilson. So Wilson's at the line, Parsons at the line. Like, so they're going to assume, I guess they're trying to say, okay, these guys are going to try to block Parsons, so we're going to drop Parsons. But Wilson should have been the one that dropped. They dropped Parsons. And now look, now here, nobody got home, but because they kept everybody home, right? This is the slowest developing dig I've ever seen. Slowest developing dig I've ever seen. Because look at the top of the screen. This is Doubs. Doubs is coming from all the way over here, right? Parsons is watching the backfield, right? You got, I think this is Curse covering nothing. I guess waiting for Love to sneak out. But right now, you need to be looking at what's crossing. So what you need to teach linebackers, what Parsons would learn when he's playing linebacker, look for the crosser. This is what Fred Warner does a great job of. He'll see what's crossing behind him and he'll interfere with it after you cover your initial route. So you've already done you dropped into your initial zone, keep your head on the swivel and see what's coming in behind you. That's why I said Wilson should have been dropping on this play, because now that Love has converged, there's nothing for Parsons to cover. So there's nothing for any of you guys down here to cover. So you shouldn't be standing there because you know there's no route developing here. You should be looking for something coming behind you. That's how you close up these windows that are behind them, right? Watch this window. Still hasn't thrown the ball yet, but look at what's happening in the middle of the field. None of these guys are in the mud. You see these guys at the line of scrimmage have Jordan Love under control. There's no need to watch him. You should be looking to help out the looseness of the zone in the middle of the field. Look at this. Look at this. This is very slow developing. This was nothing but bad scheme, bad play, period. Bad execution. Look at that. That's the slowest developing dig route I've ever seen. And it was late. The ball was still high and bad after all that. That's craziness. Here it is again. Okay. All of y'all, you got 7 guys watching Jordan Love who don't run. You got 7 guys watching them. 4 guys out here. And then even when you look at Hooker here, I don't know what. Oh, hold on. What the hell happened? Here's that play again. So that's Hooker in the middle of the field. Hooker gets his hips turned. Right now, Hooker, what are you looking at? Oh, he's too far away from that. There's nobody helping out in the middle of the field right now, underneath. That's where those guys belonged. Not watching Jordan Love and rallying to the ball late. They just got lost looking in the backfield, not doing their damn job. Another gap run set up to make you think that you stopping some shit. Haven't stopped shit. That was a bad throw behind. Let's watch it again. So everybody playing off. Look at how off. So this is a pass play, but it don't matter where he went with this ball. You don't have to scheme up much when you're doing this as a team. Look at the space. This is Dan Quinn. Look at the spacing. I know his plan is to chase and tackle, right? But I don't like the easy completion game. Don't like this game. But look at how much space we're giving up. Look at Bland at the top of the screen. It don't matter where he want to go with this ball, he going to get a completion. No matter where he wanted to go with that ball. But he still throws the ball incomplete. So it wasn't incomplete because you stopped something. It was incomplete because he fudged the throw. So here we go here. This inside break, right? So they went in motion here. Went inside. What we got going on? So they did this all game. They did this to J. Lou and they did this to Gilly. Watch the motion on this next play, the bottom of the screen. So this motion, we'll read. Boom. They got the switch they wanted. So they got Reed off of Gilly and on to J. Lou. Boom. Who gets the ball here? J. Lou did a good job. So that's when I said that we were going back to the runs. Now we're looking at the run fits. Remember, I had to extrapolate the film myself, so I know we already went through this whole drive. But now you get to look at the run plays. Boom. And the run fits. D-Law on this play. Watch D-Law on this play. He came to play ball. Him and Hankins, they came to play. The whole front line played ball. They all played ball. And they don't deserve this from their linebackers. D-Law takes his man into the backfield and tackles Jones with his own blocker, right? This is crazy. I don't know what the hell Clark is doing. He just blocked off, doing nothing again. Boom. But D-Law, he got a tackle for a loss because D-Law did his job. D-Law came to play. But when I said they were setting us up with those, they were. Now, this is what he was looking like on this deep play, right? He has too much time to get these passes off, man. Too much time. Just that first drive. Look at this. Too much time. That was that play where I said Bland had to run around that rub and so on. So we're just watching the ground game or watching this view from the first drive. They were setting us up with these gap runs. Running right at us. See, there's no cut. When I say running gap runs, they're running right at the initial gap front side that they started on, right? Running right at that gap. See? Right at us, right? So that we get set up thinking that that's how they're going to do it in the second half. And in the second half, they ran nothing but counters, backside runs, because they got us to over pursue. And if you want an example of that, we did the same thing in Arizona. We did the same thing in every game that teams ran on us. So they know our run fits suck because we did the same thing in every game that teams ran on us. Every game. Never switched it up. Not once. Here, when I said Clark was just jogging, this is what I mean. There's no way he was stopping that play. None. Parsons could have stopped that, though. No way he was stopping that. Here's another gap run right at him. So they give you the dopamine or the euphoria of thinking, hey, we're stopping the run. We doing a good job. We did our thing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't stopping shit. They ain't stopping shit. They just think they are. That was the screenplay I told y'all Gilly did his job on. Chauncey came to play. Gilly came to play. D-Law, those guys came to play. Like I said, D-Law did a bad job there. But here, he's going to shoot the B. Now, when I say shoot, when you shoot the B gap, there needs to be communication with somebody behind you, whether it's a safety or your linebacker. Somebody needs to be here in this gap. Nobody. Look at the gap. It's still there. Nobody replaced it. But Bell should be here. Bell should be there. He never gets in there, ever. He never got in there, and that's why we gave up a damn touchdown. Gilly see it. Gilly snapping. Look at him. This is the next drive. That's that shot at Kurtz that they took. Good play. So y'all seen some of these plays from the other angle already. Another gap run. Let's watch what happened front side. Let's watch what happened front side. Boom. D-Law held up front side. Parsons did a good job pursuing. So when we stop the run, if you pay attention to most of the time we stop the runs because the defensive line did something exceptional. Something exceptional. That's it. They never, the linebackers never did a damn good job. Now here, boom. Good pressure, right? But look, this is the slow developing route. This is what was happening on that play where you dropped Parsons back in coverage on 3rd and 9. This is it right here. Watch this. So boom. Somebody needs to be looking back for something coming behind them. You don't need Wilson, Parsons, Curse all watching Love. Why? Because you got Dante Fowler's on him. You got guys over here that he's contained. He's not even trying to run, but you got 7 guys watching him. These 3, and there's 3 guys up here and then 1 more guy outside the view right there. Look, all 7 of these guys are watching a quarterback and a running back and 5 linemen. Get what I'm saying? So you're 7 on 7 up front. You don't need to be. You only need 1 guy watching this back, and somebody needs to be looking for that. Nobody was there. That was wide open. Easy as shit. This is easy. A college team could do this. All right, this play, Michael Parsons or somebody, nobody got held on that play. It looked like it. But next play, watch this. Next play, Dorrance does a good job of crashing, but nobody's filling and replacing. They got away with it because 31 is not Aaron Jones. That's the only reason they got away with this. Watch this again. Now let's watch. Dorrance is coming inside. Pulse. He's crashing inside. All right. Nobody's taking the C gap. Just get upfield right here. If you just come up here, break down. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing they can do. But you let a wide receiver block both of you. So damn, what the hell? Bad Joe. Here we go. Got back to it. Look, now watch the wide receiver coming from the left. He's blocking Bland, and now he's going to get a body on Curse too. Because Curse should have been up here already. He should have been upfield, waiting for this to cut back. Nothing there. And now Bland has to make a shoestring tackle because y'all ain't in your fits. And the fact that they ain't been in a run fits all season shows they don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know. They're not trying to do these things. They're not working together. Boom. Backside pull. That was that miss. Now here. Parsons is going to get held on this play. Great. And it was a bad throw by Love anyway. Right after that. Oh, that was I think they punted on that one, right? That was the first punt. This is right after the interception. So they punted. Dak threw an interception. You're going to see the offense later. I'm going to put that in here too. I ain't forget. So right after the interception, this is the first play after the interception. Look at that. They know that Clark has been loafing on all these routes that are to the flat, and he's still loafing. He's jogging. He never going to get there. So what's stopping you from ain't nothing stopping you from throwing deep because you got nothing but space and opportunity. I could see if you were taking away one thing and then say, okay, we're going to make you do this. But they ain't stopped shit deep. They ain't stopped shit deep. That was when Smokey, you said go back and talk about that block in the back on Curse. That was a block to the side. So the rule is if I get my helmet, even if my hands are behind you, if I get my helmet to the front of your shoulder pad, it's not a block in the back. So if I hit you in your side, it's not a block in the back. But you can create a block in the back. If you shoot the gap and break down, he has to really block you in the back. You can make guys hold you or make guys block you in the back if you get where you're supposed to be faster than they can get there because they can't touch you now. They can only shield you or guard you, like kind of like, interfere with you, but they can't block you now. They can't put their hands on you. So here, he's loafing, jogging. It looked like there's no game plan. So look, this is that same play. Watch where Clark is. There's nothing, there's no way he gets here. And I know Parsons could have done this because this is the same play Jared Judy ran on in that Broncos game where Parsons chased him to the sideline and broke that shit up. Clark will never make it there. Honestly, if Wilson's not there, that's a touchdown and too easy. That was easy. That was an easy screen, easy tunnel screen, easy. Parsons got held on that play, so they're gonna bring this back. So now that they brought it back, watch this. Boom. We got Bland getting beat on a slant. Why? Now watch this. He has no help because when you play single high safety only, you can't have when you got press cover corners that are great in press coverage, they can't press when they know they don't have no help. So Bland knows I gets no help. Okay, get those likes up. But Bland knows he gets no help. You know how he knows this? Because look at the hash mark that Hooker is on. So Bland is not getting the help. Gilly is. So Bland knows I'm not getting help. So guess what he can't do? Press. So he has to play. Now there's a two-way go. He got to play the outside fade and the slant. This is very hard to cover. And he's on an island. Now he still got to do it, but this is very difficult to do. Now, if Wilson is just up here, if Wilson just standing here, even if he's standing here pre-snap, Bland can still press. You know why? Because if Wilson's going to sink into this robber technique anyway, he don't need to be standing here pre-snap. You could give them a look pre-snap of too high safety, so Bland can squeeze, and now this receiver believes that, and the quarterback believes this might be too high safety. So that helps Bland play press because it takes away some of the options that this receiver may run based off of the look. But here, Wilson's playing man, so he was trying to get into the flat so he could play man. And Bland had to cover both options. Like I said, he had to cover the flat, and he had to cover the inside. So boom, he gets his hips turned here for the fade. He committed to the fade too early, got his hips turned, and got beat on the slant that easy. Boom, very easy. That's very easy. After a holding call. All right, and now here we go. Once again, this is another gap run. D-Law does his job. I don't understand why Bell is in the middle of the field right now. You know why? Because if you're looking at this and you're a linebacker, you got to play linebacker like you're like a running back. The middle of the field, Hankins, D-Law, Osa, even in Parsons is winning. Wilson is winning. You got Hooker in the middle of the field. You're going to win this if there's only one place he can cut. So you should be like somewhere in this gap between Hankins and between Hankins and D-Law, waiting for the kick out to see if he kicks out into this B gap or the C gap. I'm sorry, beyond D-Law. Look at where he is. He never gets off the ball at all. Boom, touchdown. Because that's where you were supposed to be. He never got off the block. Never. This is not a line. But again, I keep saying I don't blame a guy who's not a linebacker. You know what I mean? Doing that. Hold on. Here we go. I don't necessarily blame a guy who's not a linebacker, man. I can't blame him. He's not a linebacker. So I blame the coach because no, he's not playing good in that position. But we had guys who can do this, and I've been screaming it. And a lot of you too deserve credit for the bullshit. Because I was saying this to y'all. A lot of people was arguing with me. Maybe not the people here who come watch this, but a lot of people on Twitter were arguing with me like, maybe you overrated Clark. How have you ever just said to think Evans might not be that good, but LVE was, but Clark was, but Bell is. If you evaluate, I don't care who you are, if you evaluate on a team and you look and evaluate linebackers and you keep LVE, Bell, and Clark over Jabril Cox, Devin Harper, and Rashaan Evans and Micah Parsons at middle linebacker, you are a fool, my friend. You're a fool, especially when you got people pointing it out and screaming it to you all year. He said Bell is getting held on that play. He shouldn't be in there. Remember I said they set us up with the gap runs? Bell thinks that this is another gap run, so he thinks they're going to – right now he's committed because he thinks they're committing to the middle of the field. He never read anything. He just ran to it, just ran the contact. And he's not getting held on this play at all. He didn't get held. He got rid of the block pretty quick. He didn't get held at all. Where you see a hold? He didn't get held. Watch this. He got hit. That's the contact. Guy has his arm behind him. That's not a hold. He lets him go right there. Boom. He doesn't hold him. He just hit him and got his arm behind him. He never held him. He got off that pretty quick. Clark, maybe. Let's see what Clark got on that play. Clark never tried to do anything, though. Look at him. Clark ain't doing shit. He ain't trying to get rid of that guy. He ain't did shit. He don't know how to shed blocks. Let's see. Let's watch this next drive. This is the next drive. Remember I said they got us committed to those gap runs? All right. Look at the linebackers. They're fully committed. See? Now Clark gonna get up. He think he stops him. She look at him. Clark get up happy. They set him up. Now here are those easy plays that I just showed you in the beginning. Those easy completions in the middle of the field. These, these easy completions in the middle of the field that I showed y'all before the game. Those are those easy completions. Those slants, those digs, those little tight end routes, things like that, right in front of you, the little curl routes, right in front of your seam routes. These are the plays that Jordan Love likes to throw. And these are the things you want to take away from him so that you make him throw to the perimeter. We gave him nothing but easy reads in the middle of the field. Now here we go again. Now you see this? Gilly playing okay coverage here, right? I'm going to show you on another view why that was bad. Because Clark is going to follow. Let me show you this play one more time. All they have to do to stop this next play, not this one. All they have to do to stop this, if Clark goes upfield, see Clark on the outside? If he just shoots up the field straight, they can't boot. Now you got numbers to the front side. You don't need to trail this, right? Look at him. He's trailing. You're not going to make this play anyway, but you got numbers to the front side. You don't need to be there. Play the boot. If he plays the boot here and gets up here, Jordan Love can't make this play. Can't make this play. Clark doesn't know what's going on at all. Doesn't know. Doesn't know. He's just out there running around. He doesn't know what's going on. Boom. Play action, pulls Bell in. You see how slow developing that throw is? You know what I'm saying? These are not like that one right there was on a rope. Look at this. This is slow development. That's a play action. Watch. This is how open he is. He floats this ball in the air. That's not a great ball. That's just an easy ball because there's nobody on him. He put that ball in the air with all that air under it, and they still managed to get yards after the catch on it. All right, now I'm showing you the other view. That's that first play where I say he sat down right in front of him, right? Next play, you're going to see here. Now, Clark, if he gets upfield, instead of going downfield, if he just breaks down and goes upfield, and this is why a lot of the players were pissed off, mad because they kept using linebackers like LV and Clark and even Evans at times. They kept using them at outside linebacker or stand-up edge. And they're like, yo, you got defensive ends that know how to play this. Why do you keep using linebackers that don't understand this? You got guys playing hybrid positions that don't understand multiple positions. They don't even know their own position. So why would Clark be playing multiple positions when he don't even know his own? Look, that's a naked boot. This is your job. If he cuts this bootleg off, he cannot get this ball off. There's nowhere for him to go. Look, boom. Still doesn't have anything open yet. Gilly's conversion on the tight end. Lewis is on his guy. Look at Bland is on his guy. Hooker's over the top of that. He has nothing open. If you just get here, you get a matter of fact, not only do you stop the play, you probably get an easy ass sack because he's gonna pull that ball down if you was out there. Now he just gets to wait, stop, break down. Too much time. Too much time. He had nowhere to go with that ball. This is why everybody got to do their fucking job. He had nowhere to go with that ball. We're gonna get to Dak costing us 7, but let's not make it seem like the defense didn't shit the bed. You got to stop somebody. Boom. Play action. Okay, so that play action pulls Bell down, right? Now let's watch what's happening at the top of the screen. Why is Doubs so open? We got Gilly committing his hips to the inside of the field, but you got inside help. This is on J-Lu. Let's watch this next one. This next one here. Watch J. Lou. Boom. J. Lou gets caught with an arrow route. So Gilly's doing his job. J. Lou is committed to the middle of the field. So is Hooker. Hooker thinks it's just going to the middle. This is an arrow route. Boom. Just a good. He just sold that out route real well. He sold the inside the route so that he can hit this out route real well. Killed him. Killed J. Lou on this play. And now the ball is already released. That's why I say it's so much air under this ball, but that's because it's not tight coverage. There's nothing there. Nobody there. They kept hitting us with those in and out routes. That's also on the front line not getting home. You got to get home because they don't got time to hit these long developing routes if you're getting home or you're getting him off the mark and getting his eyes down. They didn't do any of that. Another gap run just running right at us. Again, watch this play, pre-snap. So after the gap run, watch this. Look at how far off everyone is, right? How hard is it? How hard is it to convert on this? Look. It's easy. It's easy catch and throw. Pitch and throw. Easy. What's up, Eddie? Easy. Now this blew my mind right here. This one blew my mind. This is a tight end in front of you, Bland. Why the hell is Bland and you got safety help on this one? Why the hell are you 10 yards off of a tight end? Look, and bailing. Why are you bailing like he a burner? He was bailing. Why were you in full back pedal? Why are you in full back pedal against the tight end, Bland? This is Bland right here, but that's just dumb. Why would you be in full back pedal? Let's watch this again. Let's watch that again. Watch this. This is psychotic. Look at this. First off, it ain't like they put you in motion. You got called on a switch. You thought you was on read, and you just had that depth because you thought you was on a burner. You are covering a tight end 10 yards off the ball. And then even if you're just trying to force him to throw the ball to him, I can't say he's baiting him because he ain't sitting on it. What I mean by sitting on it, meaning he ain't giving it, he just let him eat up the cushion, no problem. He's not. He's bailing to try to keep that cushion. So I haven't seen this since the Chidobe Awuzie days when we used to have Chris Richard having these guys play off the ball 15 yards for no reason. That was crazy. Crazy. Look at this. And then he threw a bad ball at that. A high. This is in any other game, this is a pick six for Bland. Not this one. But this is a pick six for Bland right here. There's a pick six. If he sits on this, the ball wasn't, if he sat on it instead of, and then right now you see him running the out route, right? Why are you still bailing? Why are you still bailing? I don't get it. If he sat on this, look at this ball. Ball still ain't there yet. Late as hell. Late. And high. That is an interception if you play it the way you're supposed to be playing it. That's an interception. There's no way you should be that far off that man. That's a tight end. Tight end. You ain't even get a chance to push him. That's how far off you were. Tight end. What the hell are they calling or what are they doing? I don't know what this is, man. They quit already. That's another gap run. Boom. Run straight at him. Here's that gap run. Boom. Okay. Front side looking good. You see what I'm saying? When I said they set us up. So Clark, like, hey, I'm in the right spot. They getting that dopamine release still. I'm in the right spot, y'all. And first off, watch where Clark starts and watch where he finishes. Watch what hash he's on. He went forward 2 yards and waited. He waited for the contact. Linebackers don't wait for contact, if you guys must know. And Scott McCurley, I blame him. If you got a fucking linebacker coach who doesn't like linebackers talking shit or don't like guys who eat with their hands, so to speak. Shout out to Martellus Bennett for saying that. But caveman style players, because those players are ones that get chased off. Harper, he talked some shit, he gone after a punt, after a holding call on a punt, you cut him like he did something. Come on, man. You give her to Evans after a weed charge, but you kept Boss Man after a body. So I don't care about the morals that y'all, hey, you smoke some weed. Everybody on this team smoke weed. You telling me Sam Williams don't smoke weed? He smokes some weed. All of them smoke weed. So it ain't the weed. It ain't the weed. They didn't like this guy for whatever reason. Hold on. We got a super chat. Marcus Wynn, what's up, brother? Appreciate you joining up yesterday, too. Sensei. He said, who do you suggest DQ's replacement because there are obvious flaws in this scheme and fundamentals? I said Vrabel. Like I said, you're going to see, we're going to play 3-4 probably 2 times in this game. And watch what happens when we play 3-4. It look amazing. You like, well, damn. Why would you never do that again? And every time we did it this season, it was like that. Get Belichick as a defensive coordinator. Belichick only won a head coach job or nothing. Boom. Gap run. The only time we stopped the run in the beginning was when the line was doing what they wanted to do. The line is good at these gap runs. See, they right now, all Clark got to do is get outside, get right here, or break down and get in this gap. Because you can see right now, Neville Gallimore is in this gap, like he's pressing this B gap. But if Clark either presses inside or shoots outside, I think he's going to shoot outside. Yes, he is. See? And that running back is reading off of him. So if he presses inside, you got Parsons outside. Those guys stopped the run up front because that's just they was playing nasty. That was after. This was right after a stop. I think this was in the second half. I think when he went right up the field. We already saw what happened after the interception, right? Yeah. This is right in the second half, right after a stop, right after the offense makes it a 10-27 game. Right here, boom. This easy. That's easy. No inside help. You didn't get first off, why you got so many safeties and you only play single high safety anyway? We don't give nobody no safety help anyway. There's never no safety help. We use safeties where you need linebackers anyway. Because look at our safeties. We got a bunch of them on the field. Now, right now, this is a third down play, so I'm not mad at this, them being on the field, but you got one safety here blitzing. You got Kurtz blitzing. You got another safety playing robber. There you got 3 safeties on the field. There's nothing shallow happening. They gave Gilly no inside help and didn't get home anyway. What's Parsons doing? What's Parsons doing? Let me see. What are you doing, Parsons? Parsons get kicked out by whoever was releasing, and so is Fowler. Fowler just beats the tight end up. So Doubs releases late. Parsons is out there in space. His pass rush is ineffective anyway. And then you got Bell. Bell hesitated on this blitz. He could have got there. You just got to go full speed ahead. Watch this. Go. You don't got all day like that to be floating. You got to get straight there. Boom. He could have got there. Misses this pass. And easy. No inside help. Now look at Gilly right here. First off, look at the middle of the field. Why? Pray tell. Now, even if you stopped it, hold on, right here. Let me stop it real quick. Even if you stop this right here, there's no help in the middle of the field. There's no safety in the middle of the field at all. Everybody playing man, and we did a zero coverage blitz. For what? There's no help in the middle of the field at all, as if he was dicing us, with straight just, he like killing us in man or something like that. He wasn't. You're not giving anybody any help. Like J. Lou got beat early because he's pressing. So J. Lou is beat. And then Gilly is out here on an island playing off, and he got too much ground to cover. There should be a safety or two in the middle of the damn field. And you ain't get home anyway. Easy throw and catch. That's easy. It's easy. And the crazier thing is we haven't done that all year. None of the shit that we did in this game, playing zone so soft, we don't play zone. That's why we play it so bad. We don't play zone. And zero coverage blitzes, we don't do that. When we do that, we don't do that. Now, because of those gap runs, you see how quick Clark committed? He got held on that play, but he committed quick. They ran right at him again. Now, watch what happens when he start cutting back. Not yet. Look at how much space that is. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is because Gilly got murdered. Gilly got murdered on this play because now he got beat inside, right? So he gonna play inside heavy. Now he gonna run this crosser heavy and gonna commit to the inside. So once you get a cornerback on skates, meaning he's gotten beat one way, he's going then as a coach, he's gonna adjust. He's gonna now take inside leverage. He's gonna adjust to that. And now you can counter that because now you can throw the opposite of what his adjustment will be. So Gilly naturally has taken away the inside, right? Right. Boom. He's on that. See? He's on that inside hip. He like, you're not getting me again to the inside. This is a great route and a setup by LaFleur. They set him up. Boom. He just put his foot in the ground. There's nothing Gilly can do to that. He's covering a deep crosser, which is a hard route to cover. And when you cover in a deep crosser, you got to burn. It's like a foot race across the field. So not only is that a good stop on a dime by Doubs, it's a great setup. They killed him. Boom. Again, though, there's no help. There's no safety help because you only run single high safety. You can't do this when you got safety help. Gilly has safety help over the top. Then he ain't got to worry about the deep over. He ain't got to worry about the cutback because if you get beat on the deep over, it's a safety over there. If you get beat on the cutback, it's a safety over there. So either way, he could play it differently. Can't play this that way. Boom. Haven't done this all year. Wide the hell open. Now, see, when I said they set us up with those gap runs, watch how committed we are to the front side now. Okay, look at Curse. Look at Clark. Gillian's where he's supposed to be. But right now, we're in dime. We're in dime because we be getting the shit beat out of us in the air, right? But we're only getting the shit beat out of us in the air because we are getting the shit beat out of us on the ground. Crazy shit. So Quinn didn't have an answer. His answers were get weaker and weaker. They never had an answer. So boom. Now they got everybody. So you got numbers committed to the front side. They got everybody committed front side. Now you're gonna see a lot of these cutbacks, and they're gonna get the gaps are gonna get bigger and bigger. They set us up. Boom. You see that? Now they're not running gap runs. See, they run at the gap now, but everybody jumps it because they've been winning like that all day. Now they're just still in the back end. Now here, everybody comes at I want to point out this play because this is the one play where he didn't do a bad job, honestly. Everybody came at Clark on this play, but Clark is the only one that's a linebacker playing linebacker. Clark did what he was supposed to do because when this tight end, he's keying off the tight end. When this tight end comes back, Clark knows that this play could cut back, right? So that's a new gap that's being developed right here. Watch 81. Right there. Bell is keying on 81. He sees this. So Bell is going to play the cutback or the boot. He's playing that. He sees this. Clark, not Bell. I mean Clark sees this. Bell and Curse don't see it at all. Look at this. See this? They keep floating, but they don't need to. You got linemen that have outside leverage anyway, and then you have Bland that's out here. Why are you engaging with a wide receiver anyway? Curse, y'all both should be in here. Bell should be over here, and Curse should be where Bell is right now. Neither one of them get in there. Now, Bell late to commit to it. I don't even know what he was looking at before that, because even if you read the back and you didn't read the cutback, so even if you read the running back and you're not reading the cutback, or you're reading the quarterback and you're not reading the cutback, like right now, Bell does not know that Jones has the ball. He doesn't know. I don't know what he's looking at. He does not know. He doesn't know what he's keying in on. He doesn't know that he doesn't have the ball. Now he knows. See? Now he recognizes the ball. But had he seen this, he would have been in this gap anyway earlier, and he could have made this play. Curse is totally out of position because he's not a linebacker. This is easy. That's easy. They did it again. So now, look. Now they're still reading front side, but you see 81 again. He's coming back to seal Parsons and make space in the B gap. That's what he's doing right now. See? They're so committed because they set us up, letting us think we were stopping and running in the first half. We're so committed to the front side when you don't need to be, that both our linebackers are in the same damn gap, both of them being blocked by nobody. You know what I'm saying? But they're worthless because they have no help. There's no help that they can give backside. None. They're dead. Dead. Horrible. We'll see it again. Boom. Front side action. Everybody committed. So Clark jumps all the way out into the C gap for what? You should be in here. And Bell, you should be in here. Neither one of you are in the right gap. Neither one. Bell playing backside contain for what? Ain't nothing back there. Ain't nothing back there for you. But even if you're going to play backside contain, Clark should be in the B gap right here. Clark should be there. That's the defensive end's job to play outside. See? Or Mazi. That's Mazi over there. So Mazi's where he's supposed to be. And y'all come at Mazi, but no linemen look great when linebackers don't help. Linebackers are supposed to be where they're supposed to be so that you're forced to stay inside. You don't have to stay inside. You can cut things back. You can do whatever you want once the lineman commits to a gap. So once Mazi commits to the outside, which is where he's supposed to be, Clark should be in the B gap. Now Parsons is coming down. So Mazi is playing outside. Parsons is coming down, crashing into the A gap. This is Bell's job. Bell should be right here. Bell doesn't do anything. Bell plays cutback. He's not reading anything. He played the cutback. He's not reading anything. He's guessing. Watch this. Bell plays the cutback, but he's not reading the back. Look, the back has the ball. Bell just looked at the tight end and says, oh, it must be cutting back. They don't realize that the cutback comes based off of the running back's vision. If you show him color in this gap, then he will cut it back. But then it's not your job to play the cutback. You got what I'm saying? It's not your job to be there. It's not your job to be there if you play this gap. If you show color in this gap here, then when this cuts back, this is Sam Williams' job. See? That's Sam Williams' job. Now, he would have cut back if you'd have been here, but if you get here early, he don't got time to cut back. You know what I'm saying? Or if you get here and you dive in here, you and Mazi make this tackle. Neither one of you make it now, and it becomes a big run. Huge run. Good morning, Lunar Love. I'm a little pissed off today, so excuse my French. Here we go again. They're doing it again. See? They occupy Clark on that bootleg. Boom. Easy stuff here. Easy. Killed us on this play. And the only reason he was this wide open is because we were getting killed on the run so easily that they were biting on everything. You can't possibly play defense when you're this confused. Then they say, hey, we got Clark and Bell because they're the coverage linebackers. Evans ain't here because he can't cover. Ain't that what people told me? All right, now watch the linebacker here. Now, Bell don't know what the hell is going on. He don't, because everybody else is doing their job. Gilly is covering his guy on his deep crosser, deep over. Bland is doing his thing. Bell, this is Bell's job to carry this tight end up the field. Bell and Wilson both play the boot. They both play a boot with nobody. They both cover nothing. Both of them. This is Bell's job. Bell is supposed to be here. Bell don't know where he's supposed to be. McCurley is not a linebacker coach. Let's let that sink in. Bell don't know where he's supposed to be, and it shows. So now it looks like Dan Quinn or so. Well, Dan Quinn's supposed to teach him, but this looks like Kurtz didn't do his job, or this guy just cooked him and got open. This not hard to get this wide open when you don't know what the hell you're doing. What's up, Sky? Appreciate you, Sky. What up, man? Yeah, he knew I told him I was coming on and going in. Appreciate you, man. Sky Raid. Appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? But y'all know what it is, man. Here we go. Now, this is a gap run once again. Now, he's going to cut this back because why? Because you see Clark committed to that front side, right? Clark is lost already. He lost before the ball even got into his hand. Look at this. Now, that play right there, when y'all talk about Dak and them had just scored in the third quarter. They just scored a field goal in the third quarter. It's time to go get them the ball back. And that's what they gave up. This is what they did when it was time to get the offense the ball back. And y'all say, hey, Dak sucks. But this is what y'all did when it was time to get Dak the ball back. Boom. Bell and Wilson have no understanding of what they're doing. Look at Bell and Wilson right now. Wilson see it because he see Bell. He's like, "What are you doing here?" And Wilson is looking all the way across the field because he know exactly where Bell is supposed to be. Bell don't know. Look, Wilson turns and goes, and it's like it's over. This is what you do when it's time to get the offense the ball back. And y'all say y'all glad Curse is free. Curse ain't do nothing wrong on that play. Curse didn't do nothing wrong here. Even though him being single high safety and Wanye not even playing don't even make sense. Why the hell would Wanye not be in the game? I ain't see Wanye this whole game. You got Art Izzy. You got players out here that can play in space. I ain't see Wanye the whole game. Curse ain't gonna make it there. Curse ain't see it either. This is what you do when you're supposed to get the offense the ball back. That's what they did. All right, now after that touchdown, Dak and them go down and score again. Boom. And now they get the ball back. Here we go. Dak and them scored, but kicked the onside kick or something like that. And now they got the ball back at the 50. Here we go. Boom. Cut back run. And murdered us. Let's watch why he murdered us. Well, number one, we're in dime defense. We in dime defense. They are in a ace formation. We're in dime defense because we keep our linebackers are missing on their pass coverage assignments. Bell, that's why Bell ain't on the field. See, because they can't trust him in pass coverage, and you can't trust him in run fits, so he ain't on the field, right? And now you don't have any other linebackers that know how to do it, so you got to go in dime. This is why he was in dime for 48 plays. All right, now here, Clark, you're in dime, so it's bad. But Curse could press this gap, and then Clark can press this gap, and you got him. Clark should be here. Curse should be here. Curse is playing the C like a safety. See, Curse is going for contain when it's already contained by Dorrance. Curse is going for contain. He needs to be forcing this play. He needs to be inside because the play's already forced inside anyway. And Clark should be in this gap right here. Curse should be right here. That would have been an easy stop. Clark overcommits to the front side for what is already contained. It's being kicked back to you. Nothing. He got held on that play, but so what? You already did it wrong. You got held. So what? I don't even want to hear it. You already did it wrong. Once again, Bell, you need to be here. You see Sam Williams has backside contained. Clark needs to be here in between. He needs to be in the A gap. Bell needs to be in the B gap. All right, let's see if they get to their gaps. Nope. Bell gets caught in the A gap, gets cut off. Can't make the play. Now you got none. There's no linebacker on the field because Bell ain't a damn linebacker. There's 0 linebackers on the field right now. 0. Wonder what's going to happen. Again, hold on, not just 0 linebackers. Not just 0 linebackers. Let's get this straight. 0 linebackers against 13 personnel. Do you understand? There's 3 tight ends over here. Okay? 3 tight ends. Y'all not hugging the line of scrimmage. So even if you was going to come out here with a light package like this, y'all need to be mugging. Everybody need to be at the line of scrimmage where you can get upfield penetration. Boom. Nobody's getting upfield. And you got bodies on bodies. Your defensive line can't do nothing with that. Bell get run over at the end of it. Here, now y'all mugging the line of scrimmage, but still, your linebackers out here playing defensive end. He really a defensive end on this play. Clark playing over. And then you got Bell in the middle of the field. Who the fuck is scared of running Bell? Now, what personnel are they in? They're in a bunch formation, so you know these guys are going to down block on you because you're not even looking at them, Clark. You're letting a receiver down block on you, and Wilson, and so is Lewis. You need to be square up with these guys, or you need to be in a whole different formation. But who the hell is scared to run a Bell here? They run right at him. Look, run right at him. He ain't do shit. The line did it. But of course they ran right at him. Because who the hell is scared to run a Bell in that situation? Here we go again. All right, we broke that up. Now they punted, I think. They punted on that one. Ooh. Oh, that's so horrible. No, they ain't put on that one. This is the same drive. Because now I remember. All right, here we go again. Got your linebackers out here. Clark is playing front side. There's no reading. There's no flowing. Bell is shooting, at least trying to shoot a gap, but he shoots this one. He shoots the wrong gap. And then Curse should be here. So even if there is a cutback, you don't need to be in the C gap, Curse, but he's a safety. He thinks like a safety. This is where he would be if he was a safety out here, but he needs to be in here. This is where a will linebacker would be, because if Bell chooses to go, which he does, then you need to be playing that cutback off that hip. Curse never got out of anything. Curse never even touched the guy. Look at this. Bullshit. He never moved. Curse is not a will linebacker. Look at this. He should be here. He should be darting in here. Bell is darting. So if Bell's going to shoot this gap, which I don't mind, you need to be playing that hip. Nothing. Not only not playing the hip, now you're playing a cutback that's not your responsibility. That was Parsons' job out there. Parsons should have been in the middle of the damn field anyway. Crazy shit. Here we go again against 12 personnel with a bunch. Boom. D-Law does his job here. Only time we stop the run is when the front line does an amazing job. Look at your linebackers. None of them are doing jack shit. None of them. Only when D-Law and them do a hell of a job do we stop anything. Again against 12 personnel. Now here, Bell, what are you doing? Bell can't cover for shit, so don't tell me nothing about Bell covering. He don't know what's happening to be able to cover. Look at this. Bell is on 87 right now, right? Watch this. Watch 87. See, Bell, not on this play. Yeah, right there. Bell should be on 87. 87 right here. What are you following this tight end for? Micah Parsons is on him. Look at this. Parsons follows him. Bell is following him too, and blocks Hooker out of the way. How easy is this? Look at Jordan Love. He can see 87. 87 got, he just standing there. He didn't even run a route. He just stood there. Now Bell rubbed Hooker out of the way, and Hooker can't get there. Easy shit. How the hell are we going to get back in the game? How the hell are we going to get back in the game? How the hell he's gonna get back in the game? Look at that. Now that's Bell's man. I get that, but at the end of the day, like you see this here. This is Hooker's guy, right? Hooker's on him. Bell is running with this tight end, but you see that he's already covered. You can't just leave that guy. Just take him, and let Hooker and them switch. There's no communication, none. Look at this. That's easy shit. So don't tell me about Dak when you're looking at this on defense. I haven't seen one good rep yet, other than the ones where the line gets in there and makes a tackle. I haven't seen one good coverage. None. Not one. Haven't seen one good run fit from a linebacker. Not one. The ones that y'all saw early in the game where it looks like they're run fit, they were committing them to the front side so that they could counter them later. You say that, football philosopher. Yes, he can know that Mike is going to take him. Yes, he can know. You know how he can know? If your defense is designed for that, meaning you communicate. Because I watch defenses that are good, that communicate across the board, like the Kansas City Chiefs. They switch and do so much communicating where how did they stop Miami? Whenever Miami went in motion or did any of those backside motions, they just switch it off. Like, hey, man, this is you now. That's you now. I cover this now. That takes communication. There is no communication here. So I hear you. This defense doesn't call for that. Well, at the end of the day, it doesn't call for wide open guys all game either, football philosopher. So you tell me what defense they're running that makes any sense in the red zone. If you're in the red zone and guys are playing man anyway, they're going to get caught in those bunches regardless. You should be playing like a cover 2 zone, but we can't play zone. You shouldn't even be playing man right there. You should be playing zone. You should be playing zone or match man like the Rams do, like Carolina do, like KC does. We should do that. I mean, you're right. We don't do that, football philosopher. You're right, but we should. We should do it. I'm not saying that it's in the scheme. I'm saying it should be. That's dumb. Match zone, So if you're playing match zone, that's not a problem there because if you see Micah Parsons is a stand-up outside linebacker right there, and if he's playing zone and not pass rushing, okay, then now that's his man. Let him have him, or let Hooker have him, and you play inside. See what I'm saying? Whatever comes inside is you. You know what I mean? He didn't do that, so that's what I'm coming at. That's bad on Dan Quinn's part because if you look back to the Eagles game last year in the Cooper Rush game, what did we get beat on? I know y'all know the same fucking play. Those plays, those misdirection, switch motions or jet sweeps, split screens, those all are split options. I mean, those all were killing us all year, and they still killing us this year because now our counter to it is dumb, crazy. They don't coach these dudes to pass anything. Hold on, let me get these super chats out the way. You've been preaching this all season. A few people listen. Some people have called you crazy, but they'll listen now. Yeah, they better. I don't understand. I don't know how you can call it crazy when I don't give a shit what's happening. Like you could say, hey, you don't know what was called, and you might be right. I don't know what was called, but I know something wrong. Oh, I know why Darren Thompson is the linebacker coach. Darren Thompson ain't the linebacker coach. That's Scott McCurley. Scott McCurley is the linebacker coach. He's a linebacker coach. Darren Thompson does something here, though, but I don't think he's a linebacker coach. Scott McCurley is a linebacker coach, and he shouldn't be. He never coached linebackers in his life. Boom. Thanks for the super chats, fellas and lady. You said can't fire McCarthy? Well, shit, you can fire McCurley, and you can fire your defensive coordinator, and you need to do something. If you fire McCarthy, I understand if you say you can't fire McCarthy. McCarthy survives because he went 12-5 3 times might save McCarthy's job. But he needs a defensive coordinator that comes in and changes this entire scheme and get rid of a bunch of players. If you decide to keep McCarthy, I'm not going to argue because I like what Dak did this year. But you need a coordinator that does not have to listen to him. You need a coordinator that McCarthy is going to actually run the ball for. Okay. And you need a coordinator that understands how to smother how to use this personnel because we got a great personnel. Other than our linebacker room, we are great everywhere other than linebacker. Doesn't make any sense. We kept 7 safeties and don't even run no safety. We don't even use them. So why we keep 7? We kept 7 safeties. You kept Wanye. I'm thinking Wanye gonna have a great year. You don't even use him. Every time you use him, he played well. Don't even use him. You kept Izzy. He don't even touch the field after playing great, not good, but great against Tom Brady's in Tom Brady's last game. Izzy was the X factor. He don't even get to play. So why you keep him then? And that's 7. We don't need. It's still 5 others. For what? Bell. You got Bell, Hooker, Curse, Wanye, Wilson. Who else? Who did I name? I said Wanye already. Izzy. That's 6. There's one more. Where the 7th at? One of you motherfuckers is hiding. I think I got all of them. It's 6 of them then. Don't matter. Still don't need 6. Still don't need 6. You don't need 6 safeties, man. You need 6 safeties. Oh, man. So here we go. Again, now what's the personnel? What are they? Now here we're in, and we'll probably stop this. I don't even know if we do or don't, but we're finally in a 3-4. This is a true 3-4. Well, if you had a real linebacker here, but we're in a 3-4 look. Now they can't get outside. You're keeping them in the kill zone, right? Micah Parsons should be in here in a true 3-4, and you should have Dante Fowler or Sam Williams out here. Now we're in a 3-4. Let's see what happens. Look at Chauncey, too. Chauncey, that's Chauncey right there. Chauncey is a ball. Chauncey and D-Law, no matter what, can stop the run. If you had a 3-4 where you had Hankins here in the middle, D-Law and Chauncey right here on his line, or Osa, Chauncey, and Hankins, Chauncey, Hankins, and Osa, and then have D-Law standing up out here where DA is right now, and have Fowler or Wilson, Sam Williams over here with Micah Parsons, where Bell is. You can't run against that, but you would have to play some zone and some zone blitzing, but you can't run against it. You have to get like you know who they should go get if he's still around? Go get fucking Dom Capers. I like Green Bay defense when fucking Charles Woodson was on that defense. They won the Super Bowl. Dom Capers runs a fucking zone blitzing scheme that would kill with this. He would run 3-4, and he would kill with this, with these type of looks. He would kill. He had Julius Peppers. He had fucking Joe Thomas, AJ Hawk. Yeah, Charles Woodson. He had guys, man. He had guys. Boom. Look at this. So again, this is another 3-4. This is 3-4 right. In 3-4, we fine. Chauncey a gangster in 3-4, man. But that's the same play. That's the same play. Let's see here. This is another 3-4, though. We're in 3-4 now. Dorrance Armstrong setting the edge. You can't get out there. But 3-4 is beautiful for linebackers because y'all should be loving all this in here. You got nothing but lanes because it's bodies on bodies. All you got to do is get in there. You know what I'm saying? Parsons got the backside contain. You ain't even got to do nothing there. So right now, Bell should be up here shooting one of these gaps, forcing the ball back into Clark, who should be covering. He should be two-way going right off of. He should be right off of Chauncey's hip. Let's see what happens with the linebackers. Linebackers take themselves out the whole damn play, and they have nobody blocking them. Look at Chauncey. Chauncey a fucking gangster by itself. The only time we stop the run is when the line stopped the run. Here, once again, 3-4, which is the right. Now, it's funny that we start stopping the run because we say we can't stop the run. We can stop the run. You got to come out with a personnel that's designed to stop the run. You can stop the run. That's like me saying, I can't shoot, but I'm shooting from 50 yards with a handgun. That's not the tool for the job, folks. I might shoot pretty damn good from 5 feet with that handgun, and I might shoot damn good with a rifle, but it ain't going to work if I'm shooting or trying to shoot a shotgun from a distance. It's crazy. You're looking crazy. You're looking crazy. It's not the tool for the job. Dime cover, and that's just on your coordinator. That means he doesn't know how to anticipate what's coming. Let me drink some water because I'm parched. Yeah, they got their second team in. So do we. So do we. Where D-Law at? Boom. Look here. Clark and Bell are free. Bell finally late to the party, but let's see who really stops this. Look at Chauncey taking on the double team, splits the double team. Him and Neville, but Chauncey split a double team, makes the tackle. Chauncey on the field, opposite side of wherever you have D-Law at, and have Hankins on the field at the same time as Chauncey, D-Law, and Hankins should be on the field at the same time, especially if you want to run big nickel. Because if you daring them to run at you, you should have Sam Williams, Chauncey, Hankins, and D-Law. I like Osa, but Osa's a pass rush guy. He's not the best at run fits when they double team him. He don't split double team. Chauncey does. If you just say, hey, we're gonna play big nickel, we want to stop the run with our front line and play with small linebackers, you need to have 3 or 4 guys up front that's guaranteed to be able to stop the run. If you had Chauncey and D-Law on the field at the same time with Hankins, it's hard to run. Now, if you run a 3-4 with those guys as your core interior linemen, meaning your defensive end, interior defensive end, 4 tech guy is D-Law, your other 4-eye is Chauncey, then your 1 tech is Hankins. They're not running on that. Then you can have Dante Fowler and Sam Williams on the field at the same time with Micah Parsons in the middle of the field. You will get the fuck out. You will get sacks, and you will be able to rotate the shit out of that. We didn't do that all year. But we did do it in spots. That's why I was screaming it. When we actually did it, it was crazy. So here we are. Again, they look like they're in a pass formation. So we back in nickel. Back in nickel. They're running. So Bell just commits to the front gap. Gets blown up. He trips him, though. Good job tripping him. I don't mind that from Bell, even though he got blown up. Just go and do something. Do something. Don't wait. Can't wait for the action. Let Chauncey again. No, that's Hankins. Hankins, D-Law. Yeah, Hankins did his job there. Bell and Clark. Let's find them. What are they doing? Boom. Clark actually undercuts this and makes a hit, and Kurtz comes down and hits something. But it's too little, too late now. And the reason they're playing to run a lot better right now in the end of the game is because they know they're running. They know what's happening, so they're not reading anything. Now they got us the ball back again right there because of a drop. All right, now we're on the offensive side of the ball. Before I jump into the offensive side of the film, you know what I'm saying? I just want to give some shout outs. I've been on here for an hour and a half, but another copy and paste game. Yeah, copy and paste. Exactly, Ken. I mean, not Ken, Judah's Redemption. Yeah. Football philosopher said, this no, it's not. When DQ is your defensive coordinator, you try to let him do his job. You can't get in the way mid Super Bowl run and try to tell him to do something he's not comfortable with. You're exactly right. That's not on Mike McCarthy. That's on this game. Even though we say fire McCarthy, I look at McCarthy as far as the discipline, the lack of discipline, and the lack of accountability from your coordinators. Meaning, okay, Bones Fossil has been boneheaded all year. We got more penalties out of special teams than special plays. Okay. Sam Williams on special teams, because they said Sam Williams is the most penalized player. But where did most of his penalties come from, though? Special teams. Sam Williams has like 6 special teams penalties this year, and almost all of them cost us points. Almost all of them. Sam Williams on special teams has given up like 35 points on special teams for one punt block, which gave us 7 points. So you gave us 7 and you cost us, you net 28 because the 7 and 7 cancel each other out. So you had 35 points, but you cut into that with your 7 from the punt block. So that's how much Sam Williams cost us this year. Well, no. His punt blocks weren't 35. You didn't score off each one of them because some of them were face masks, some of them were fair catch interferences, things like that. So those didn't cost us points. The ones that cost us points were like 2 or 3. So you gave up like 21 points. Yeah, and yeah, so really 14 net. Not that bad. I ain't going to cheat you, Sam, but it's still diminishing returns. Still diminishing returns. Feel what I'm saying? So when you look at that, that's just craziness. That's what I hold Mike McCarthy accountable for. Hold on. That's what I hold him accountable for. I hold Mike McCarthy accountable for the lack of discipline on his team and a lack of attention to detail. And the fact that although, yes, you do have a say-so when it comes to, the entire team, and you can say that Dan Quinn is the guy who is getting rid of all these linebackers, you got to tell a guy, your coordinator, how you want to play ball, man. And if Dan Quinn controls that room solely where you don't have no linebackers on the team and nobody says shit to Dan, and Dan is not only do you not say shit to him, he taking jobs at other places. Bruh, he about to take jobs in other places. I wouldn't be surprised if wherever he go, Hooker wind up over there or Kurtz wind up over there. All of our veterans, all these safeties that he held tight, when they get the fuck kicked out of here, they going straight to wherever he at. Because that's probably why he held them. I don't know what he doing, but it didn't make sense to keep these guys just to not keep any linebackers after Overshawn goes down. You don't keep any linebackers at all. You know what I'm saying? Other than LVE. Then you start talking about LVE as if he was the second coming of Brian Urlacher or Sean Lee. They forget what linebacker play looked like. They forget what it looked like. They ain't seen it in so long. They don't know what it looked like. Dan Quinn know what it looked like because he had Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright. They didn't have no bullshit linebackers in Seattle. They ain't even have bullshit linebackers in Atlanta. So everybody who keeps saying Dan Quinn don't like linebackers, he had Deion Jones and Oloku. Those dudes can play ball. Both of them. Both good linebackers, if not Pro Bowl linebackers. I don't know if Oloku got a Pro Bowl, but he had a good year that year where he kept stripping Zeke. He had a good year that year. And I know Deion Jones went to a Pro Bowl or 2. So he had linebackers traditionally. He came here and started the safety experiment with Keanu Neal. That's what he did. He came here and started that safety experiment. He didn't do that nowhere else he's been. He's only done that here. So the Dan Quinn don't like linebackers story don't hold up because he only did that when he got here. And he tried to get Bobby Wagner here. I'd have took Bobby Wagner all day. And I don't care what y'all say about, well, those linebackers can't cover. People keep coming at me about linebackers and coverage. Like, it's only one that I can think of, two, that are shut down linebackers in coverage, meaning pretty damn good in coverage. Fred Warner's one. The other one we cut, Jabril Cox. Never let him play. Then they keep saying, we need Overshawn back. Well, let's go back to history and see how it works here when you get hurt like that at linebacker. Jalen, gone. Only one they kept that got hurt a lot was Sean Lee and LVE. Wonder why that is. I don't know why that is, but they kept those guys. But I understand why you keep a Sean Lee. Don't get me wrong. Sean Lee, when he could play, is a bad motherfucker. He should be our linebacker coach, in my opinion. But and LVE should be a linebacker coach, to be honest with you. He know where to get everybody at. He just ain't physical no more. But he wants to be. He knows you should be. He just can't do it. But anyway, let's look at the history. Jabril Cox got hurt after Jabril Cox was the steal of the draft. The steal of the draft. Covers wide receivers. Covers tight ends. Flat, like covers them. Can cover tight ends with no problem at all. Cover wide receivers, no problem at all. But can play linebacker at 230, 240. Crazy. Gets hurt. He knocked Daniel Jones out. Gets hurt. Tears his ACL. Had a red shirt year. This year should have been his year back. His first year back to full strength. They cut him before he even get a chance. While he was playing good. Cut him. Okay? So I don't like that. I showed it yesterday. I showed this film yesterday. I'll show it at the end of this one after I'm done with the offense. I don't want to cut up the offense right now. I don't want to mess that up right now. I'm going to show the offense first, then I'll go do that. But anyway, that's what you did to Buddy. All right. Then when you look at the other side, you know what I mean, of it, you got Overshawn, same injury. They're going to do the same thing to him. Next year, he's not going to play. It's going to be a red shirt year. And then when it's time for him to play, if you got a new coaching, a new regime, he ain't going to be valued because he ain't get drafted by this regime. He got drafted by Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn ain't going to be here. So he's not going to be valued either. Y'all keep saying, wait till we get Overshawn back. For what? They're going to do the same thing to him. That's what they do here. You got rid of Harper. For what? You got rid of Evans. For what? To do this? And when I was screaming it and everybody saying I'm tripping, why you hugging Evans so close? Because I knew what we needed in the playoffs. And I was thinking maybe they're saving Evans for these situations. They're waiting for him to get up to speed. But they weren't. And the fact that they weren't doing that, I cannot forgive that. That's fucking dumb. That's dumb. But let me get back to the film. But that's dumb. That's dumb. Ain't no way you can make that anything else. Ain't no way you can make that be anything else. Craziness. Now, offensively, this is the first drive. Started off running the ball okay. So, am I muted? Who muted? I'm muted. Y'all can't hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me before I start going. Let me know. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in there if you can hear me. Dwayne Brown. Oh, yeah, y'all can hear me. All right, cool. Dwayne Brown said, great show. Do you think Mike was limited as to what he could say to Quinn like Kellen because he was probably the Joneses guy for defensive coordinator? No, I don't think it's so much about Jones. He was limited. I think when you look at a guy who has the pedigree of a Dan Quinn and the defense is ranked high, you look kind of crazy or micromanaging if you're meddling in that room when he does so great, right? And Dan Quinn is not on the sideline. He's up in the box. So it's like he could probably give suggestions and say some things to him because he's the head coach. But you don't want to be the reason why your defense makes mistakes because then you lose faith and you start a conflict. So if I'm the defensive coordinator, I want to fall on my sword. I want to go out on my sword. The time to Now you got guys like Parcells that'll make you do what he wants you to do. He don't care. But the time to correct these things is in between games where you can say, hey, I know what you're trying to do, Quinn, but get us some fucking linebackers, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could say that before the games, like during the personnel meetings, stuff like that. We didn't do that. That's what I put on McCarthy. But during the game, you don't want to meddle with that guy that much because if he makes a play or calls something that you told him to call, I mean, I guess you can take ownership of it. But at the end of the day, he's gonna get ridiculed for he's not gonna like you. He's gonna get ridiculed for doing the thing you told him to do, and it was a mistake, right? So if your defense is ranked high, you putting trust in your defensive coordinator because they've been doing an okay job all year. You 12-5 3 times with the guy, so okay, I trust you enough. I gotta listen to this guy. You know what I'm saying? So I think he was not talking to him because he's giving him trust. He was giving him respect, not because Jerry was like, "Don't you say nothing to Quinn." I don't think that was it. He just said, "All right, if you say so, I'm gonna respect you." Just like Dan Quinn is gonna respect Mike McCarthy and say, "Hey, you can give me some run plays, but he's not gonna tell him what type of run play. He ain't gonna tell him how to do it. You know what I mean? He's gonna let him do his thing." So that's what happened. But I think that's dumb. Slime Jenkins, he said, appreciative of scheme talk, but you can also talk. Hold on, you also talk about nobody fears the coaches. Nobody has edge on this team. Literally play neutered, and 49ers don't. We literally play neutered. Yeah, nobody let the Nucks hang on this team as far as players because you do what your coaches do. I think we had a mentality like a winning. I think the way a team plays is how his coaches think. Mike McCarthy comes in, he talks about winning. He has winning philosophies, and he has a winning swagger because he's done it right. And I think this team had the same thing. They talked about winning. Dak, they said the right things. You know what I'm saying? They had a winning philosophy. They talked about it. Micah Parsons is talking about who going to lose in the playoffs, and you ain't even won a playoff game yet. I mean, you ain't won your playoff game yet. You like what teams is going to get kicked out of playoffs on your podcast? You sound crazy. Sound crazy, bro. You got Dak. They like, hey, where the NFC East championship hat? I want a bigger hat. See, that's winning conversation. Hey, no hang around Charlie's on this team. Ain't that what McCarthy said? Well, that's winning conversation. So we have those type of conversations. We have the mindset, but we don't. But again, you got the mindset, but do you apply it? You know what I mean? Do you apply it? That go for everybody. You can talk and you can really mean what you say, but the only way to really mean it is to take action. And that means doing what Sean Lee used to do, sitting in this film room on Saturdays. On your day off, you icing up extra. You watching film everywhere. You ain't going out. You ain't got time for no podcast because you know why? I'm worried about winning this year. Not that I can't. I can do my podcast. Yeah. I could do it, but I'm not gonna do it. Hankins, I ain't gonna do it. Micah, you know why I ain't gonna do it? Cause I'm trying to win. I ain't got time for that shit right now. I need to win. I ain't got time for sex. That's how I gotta be when you try to win. Fuck these hoes. Excuse my French. You know what I'm saying? For real though. That's how you gotta be. Fuck them drinks. We ain't. Yeah, bye week. Nah, ice up. That's how they said the Patriots is one of the coldest, boringest places to play as far as the coaching in the locker room because ain't nobody doing nothing but winning. But winning feel good, and that's what winning takes. And we didn't have that. He said, I don't know about that, Koye. I like some Slurpees. Yo, you crazy, man. But listen, let's go. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. But that's how I gotta go, man. That's how I gotta go. That's true. I could be going chasing tail right now, go talking to somebody, go chill with my fiance or something, right? I'm sitting here doing film because that's what it takes when you're trying to do something. You gotta disregard everything else. I can go to do a jujitsu class with my son or something. We be having fun, man. Like I'm here. So that if I'm doing that, that's what I'm saying. The players are not doing that. So they have a talk mentality. They don't apply it. Boom. Let's watch what Dak did. This is the first drive. Or it might be the second drive. Hold on. Is it the first one? Yeah, this is the first drive. So here, when they said Dak sucks, right? All right, this is the first drive. So we already watched the runs. The runs were semi-successful. But here you go. Boom. Right here, this is a good read. CD is open. Dak is arcing the ball because there's a guy in his face. CD stutters right here. This is the problem. Watch this. Watch CD right there. He didn't accelerate. He stuttered. Not because I froze it. Let me show you because y'all going, you froze it. That's why he stuttered. Watch him again. Watch CD one more time. Right there. And he could have caught that, but either way, Dak probably wants 6 inches back off that throw. That's not a suck throw. That's just, they just didn't execute right there. I'm not coming at him for that. That's the same route. So this is what they were trying to set up. This is the same route. This is CD again. Hold on. Let me go back. Boom. All right, here. They got CD in the slot on a linebacker. They ran this all year. Got Quay Walker on them. Got a lot of space in the middle of the field. Boom. Boom. And if he catches that in stride, CD is gone. That's not bad scheming from McCarthy. That wasn't crazy from Dak. That wasn't that bad. All right. Now, y'all can say Dak didn't do nothing in the first half, but right there, if CD catches that ball, it looks like Dak is a world beater again, don't it? Because he would have been gone or at least up into the red zone somewhere. Because those safeties, watch this, watch how much space he has. Right now, that ball is out of Dak's hands right now. If CD catches this ball in stride, he is gone up the middle of the field. Can you guys see that? Think you can. Boom. Dak probably won a little bit back off that, but there's a guy in his face. All right, now we're back up against it. We got the ball was either punted, I think punted into our territory. Yeah, it got punted deep into our territory. And fair caught there. Boom. Here. Dak now throws this ball from the pocket. I like this throw. Boom. Goes after Cooks right here. Boom. Cooks at the top of the route kind of gets mishandled at the top of the route. Man, I keep missing these Jones. All right, now watch Cooks at the bottom of the screen. Boom, right there. Cooks is on his hip. Boom. He reaches out. He arm bars hook Cooks right there. But Cook got to accelerate through that contact and not slow down. Because even with the little bit of slowdown, look at where the ball lands. That ball lands right in front of him. Right in front of him. He lost the ball or something. Because he starts slowing down before the ball ain't down yet. It's not there. He's slowing down now. That ball's still coming. Still coming. He wasn't accelerating. He could have got that. But he got slowed down because his arm was getting pulled. Boom. Okay. Good shot though. But if he catches that, nobody's talking about Dak being ass. That wasn't a bad throw. Good shot. Here. That was a run play. Watch the interception. So right at the bottom of the screen, Cooks is running an arrow route. You gotta go. You gotta sell the out route though. He didn't sell this flat. Like Cooks is not running full speed. Watch on this, not this play. Watch this play. Now here, this is a good setup. It's a clear out for Cooks. Gallup's taking his guy across the middle of the field. CD's going to take his guy up the field. So this is clearing out for you. They cleared out space right here. This is a good read by Dak. But you got to sell this arrow route to the outside. Boom. See how Jair never went. He never got Jair to commit to the outside because Cooks didn't accelerate through it. Let's watch it again. Watch this. Watch Cooks right there. He broke down. He never accelerated. He broke down quick and he was jogging. And then he accelerates. Even there, he doesn't really get no acceleration because Jair is on him. That's not on Dak right there. That's not on him. That's a bum route. This is a bad route. Bad route. You gotta at least break across his face. That's a bad route. You got muscled up on that play because he was jogging and loafing. That was on Cooks loafing. That's on Cooks. Now Dak gonna get credit for the interception, but that's not on Dak, man. That wasn't on him. Good run. That's 11 yards right there by this is the drive after that, right? So right after the interception, this is the next drive. And that was a good run by what's his face? By TP Pollard. Another good run by Pollard. Look at it. Good runs. Now here, this is a bad run by Pollard here. He already was showing, like, I don't know what Pollard's vision look like sometimes, but this is dumb right here. Look. Here. So when you get this ball, he's already showing color in this gap. You shouldn't even attempt this gap. There's nothing but you bounce this right here. There's nothing but space and opportunity over here. Nothing but going to the right on this one made zero sense. That's bad vision right here by Pollard. Bad vision. Poor vision. That they did not stop you. You stopped yourself. That was poor vision. That's why he's out the game on this next play. So get him out of here, man. What the hell are you doing? Dak throws the ball to Rico. Rico gets us a first down. Boom. Good. Now watch this play. You telling me? Oh no, this ain't it. That's the same Rico play. I want you to see the play that he throws to there we go. Boom. That play there, everybody mad at him for that play too, right? But right there, yeah, he threw the ball kind of fast and high. He did. Threw the ball fast and high. But at the bottom of the screen right here, CD open. Dak is running and throwing this ball. But do you see this guy here? Do you see this guy here that's in the jet stream? Do you see him? Dak sees him. So Dak put arc on the ball because there's a linebacker underneath this. He can't put this on a rope. He can't put this low and outside or low and inside. He can't put it low and outside. He has to put it where he put it, okay? And he has to throw it with some oomph because he knows he's throwing it with some arc. Because if he throws it without that oomph, this linebacker, this corner is going to break on that, and that's an interception, okay? Do you see this? So the linebacker underneath it forced the arc. The velocity comes from the fact that he knows that if I don't put this on you, this corner is going to take this ball. See? CD got to catch that. That's all. You got to just catch that, man. You got to catch that. Boom. Now here. Now look at this. Y'all keep talking about whether Dak is trash or not, right? This throw. Here, look at this triangle here. They're playing triangle defense on Ferguson. Okay. Quay Walker is sinking. They're playing cover 2. They're playing really cover 4 because these corners are hugging these receivers on the outside, right? You got an in-breaking route. This really was a route. Really, he could have threw this to Cooks and set this down and made an easier throw for himself. But he mad at Cooks because of what Cooks did on that damn interception. He ain't throwing the ball at Cooks right now. But look at the throw that he elects to throw. He threw this to Ferguson. Look at this window. There is no window. He threw that right there. Look at that shit. That is a great throw. That's a great throw. Hold on a second. My brother called. Yo, Brody. Yup. Tonight. Like 7:45. Yeah, I can get to you. Yeah, and if you can't, don't rush it because the snow. I might push my flight back to tomorrow anyway. I'm in the studio right now, so I might push it back. All right. Yeah. Well, let me know, and I'm gonna hit you as soon as I get off the show. All right. Bet. All right. No doubt. Yep. No doubt. Got you. All right. All right. Let's look again. But that was a hell of a throw, man. That was a hell of a throw. Same drive. All right, now they hit the reverse. Boom. Good reverse. So far, we got an interception, but the play calling has not been bad to this point. I can't blame McCarthy for anything that happened so far. He's given CeeDee Lamb good looks. They just didn't connect on him. They got pressure because the defense is diarrhea. right now. So they got pressure on them to have to score and have to get points on the board, which is true. You need to get points on the board, but the score wouldn't have been a pick six. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have been a pick six if we weren't giving up points. Reason I say that is because you could call different plays when your back isn't against it. You know what I mean? I don't think they would have thrown that pick six, but when you look at the pick six, even that was a great play by that defensive coordinator. Great scheme. When you watch what they did, I see why he threw it, and it was like, what the hell? That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, but no excuses. It was just crazy. That was just unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunate. Here we go. That was that reverse. Boom. Dak's at the top of his drop. You got Cooks, running a drag across his face. You could get this to CD as well. He holds it. Right here. Now, this is on Dak. Dak comes off of this too quick because he feels pressure that's not there. But if he stays with this side of the field, you got Ferguson opening up right here. He could have hit Ferguson on this route. Dak takes off, and this was screwed him up on this play. He shouldn't have took off on this play. That was one bad rep from Dak. That was horrible. Shouldn't have did that. But I don't know why his clock was sped up like that. They wound up having to have to punt off that play because of that one play. So they were moving the ball pretty well to this point right here. And that one play right there hung them out to dry. Right there, boom. They'll end up having to punt now. Yep. End up having to punt after that. Here we go. These defense got scored on again as soon as they did that. Every time they gave the defense an opportunity to get off the field or gave the ball back to Green Bay, they only punted twice. They punted in the first half once, second half once. Other than that, scores, all scores. No field goals at that. All touchdowns, I think. I think they scored all touchdowns. I think. I don't remember no field goals. Maybe I'm wrong. So on this boot, that gonna hit Cooks. Boom. All right, good. Even that, like their scheme, they came with the assignment for that. Because look right here, look, they're playing zone right here, right? They're playing a cover 3, okay? Playing cover 3, but watch, look at the nickel and the linebacker in the middle of the field. They know. See how they're communicating. When I was talking to Philosopher, I know we don't run this stuff, Football Philosopher, but look at this. So they're going to peel off once he crosses a certain distance. They know what their threshold is. They're going to peel off and pass this to the other nickel, and then jet under. Not only to get over top of these check downs here, but they're jetting under this dig route. They see it. Dak sees it too, and what's he do? He puts it up and on the back hip of Gallup. No, that's the only place you could put that ball. You put the ball in front of them, they're going to pick this off or pop it up in the air. He put this ball on Gallup's back hip. Gallup catches it. That's a hell of a throw. That's a hard-ass throw in the coverage that they're running. Hard. Nowhere else he could put that ball. Okay, y'all say I'm making excuses. There are no excuses. This is the fucking film. If I see something bad that Dak is doing, I'm going to call it out. But I don't see it yet. Boom. They played cover 2 soft. He threw it to CD underneath. Boom. Here. What are they in? They look like they're in cover 2. Are man under because they just followed. Let's see what they're in. Post snap. They're in man. Yeah, they're in man. Cover 1. Cover 1 man with a robber. Their safety is robbing. Now, here's the problem. See here? This is what they did to us. This is the interception right here. Look at this. So, okay, they look like they're in man, right? So Dak is reading man. He's thinking that this safety, when he sinks, which he is, the safety just makes a hell of a play. This linebacker, so Dak's reading this linebacker. Watch the linebacker. See him? The linebacker comes forward. He knows it's man. Dak already knows it's man, right? So if you know this is man, because if the linebacker was playing man, then the safety's in zone, so Dak's going to do something different with this ball. But the linebacker is flowing. He's blitzing. So you know this safety has to have Gallup. But the problem is the spacing on these routes. That's the problem. This is Mike McCarthy's problem. And I don't blame Dak for this. I do blame him because he threw it. But this is a bad call. And the reason I say that is because when you look at this, watch this, boom, right there, the space. These guys are right up on each other, right? This safety does not have to do anything. When he's covering Gallup, he's sinking and watching Dak right now. He's covering Gallup too, but he doesn't have to commit. He's covering Gallup right now. Watch what he does. See, he's covering Gallup. He peels off. So Dak read the right read. The safety peels off of that and jumps it. Boom. That is hard. What the hell could you do with that? Because he made the right read. That's the right read. Made the right read. Watch this. Now watch. He saw the linebacker peel out there. So I know a linebacker not covering Gallup, and if he is, I'm a hit Gallup quick, right? So he sees the linebacker come. Okay, I'm not going to hit Gallup. Why? Because this safety is flashing over the top of that. But that safety doesn't commit. He doesn't commit. Boom. And that's because spacing. He doesn't have to commit. They're all running all slants. All slants. Made it very. And the crazy thing is, the last time we ran all slants was against, or the last time I saw us throw an interception, should I say, against all slants, was against the 49ers. We did the same thing. Fred Warner got it that time. Same thing. We did it last year. Same thing. You get what I'm saying? But that was a great play by the safety, great call by the defense, good read by Dak. But what the hell do you want him to do looking at this? When you're looking at this right here, tell me where he goes with the ball. You tell me. Let me go back to the other view. Just tell me where you go with this ball right now. All right, you could have if he was looking front side, if this was the first option, he would have went to Tolbert, but that's not the first option. You could say he could, but to me, the spacing is bad no matter what. Because if he throws it to Gallup, maybe Gallup is probably the best option here because he gets hit by the safety. But he's thinking that this safety is going to leave the middle of the field and try to get out in front of Gallup, right? If Gallup doesn't run a slant here, if he just runs a drag, that safety has to take a different angle to cover that drag. But he runs a slant, and that keeps that safety in line. So now this safety essentially is covering Gallup and playing safety or robber on CD at the same time. He doesn't have to go anywhere. Look at where he is. Look at where Savage is standing. He doesn't have to do anything because of the spacing. Boom. That was horrible. That was horrible. That was horrible. That was easy defense. The middle of the field is vacated though. So like I said, I think Gallup probably is the better. Oh, that's Cooks. That's Cooks. Sorry, not Gallup. Cooks is probably the better throw here. He's probably the better throw because even though he gets blown up, so what? You live to fight another down. Dak probably should have threw the ball to Cooks there, not CD. Yeah, he should have keyed in on Cooks on that play. I get that. I give that to Gallup. I mean, I give that to Dak. That's Dak's fault. Dak's fault, man. Bad spacing, but still, Dak should have known better than that. Should have known better. Damn, Dak. Here we go. So this is the first drive. I mean, the last drive of the half, right after the interception when we score. They go right up the field after this. The rest of the game, they just move up the field every time they get the ball. They just keep going. Rest of the game. But the defense didn't stop shit. So it was like, it was no point. Even though they're playing coverage now, with the rest of the game, they just went up the field how they wanted to. Without those turnovers, this was a different game. But the rest of the game, they just moved up the field. The 2 turnovers did cause problems because both of them they scored on. So that's the 14. We lost by two possessions, and those are the 2 possessions we lost by. True. But the defense didn't stop shit. Defense did not stop a damn thing. Not once. Here we go. Now this throw, I said, damn, that he got a guy in his face. Probably should have led him a little bit more. He didn't. I don't think he anticipated that linebacker being that fast. But I was like, damn, Dak, what the hell are you doing? Now that one I didn't like. This screen pass, TP's vision again is bad. Why you hesitate? Turn around and go. Just go. He slows up because he wants to cut this back inside, but he should have just went and he would have got some yards on that. Good throw to CD. And then I think they run this in. Yeah, they're going to run this in after the CD miss. Yep, boom. Quick, easy throw to Fergie. This is the first possession of the second half, third quarter. Boom. That same play that on that third down that CD didn't catch, this is the same play. Now watch what they do here. Boom. CD gives him a little hesitation. This hesitation this time gives Dak separation so he can lead CD on this play. That's the same play they ran last time. It's just that last time Dak had a guy in his face. Good run to TP on the edge. TP ran okay this game. I feel like our run scheme, though, we only ran well. We don't have a running scheme we need to be able to run the ball when they want to stop the run. Meaning when they load the box and want to stop the run, we should be able to load up and still run when we want to. We only can run the ball when they're thinking pass. So that's why we keep running out of pass formations, unless it's Rico. But we only run the ball very well when they're thinking pass. So that's a pass first offense and passing to open up the run rather than being able to just run the ball. Boom. Let me see what Dak was looking like here. Boom. Nothing open. But look at how they run their zone, man. There ain't shit you can do with their zone. Ain't no open windows. They are matching up with guys in every zone, and everybody is double or triple team no matter where Dak is looking. He had nowhere to go with that ball on that one. So he runs it. Boom. Messes up that screen. If they hit this screen, if they hit that screen right here, look at this. This screen is they got numbers on that side. Everybody's over here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 guys on this side, 7 on this side. It's only 4 guys over here, but and only one guy really back. But that defensive end that jumps this right there, he takes that trajectory off because if Ferguson gets this ball, he's up the sideline. That's a good call. Bad execution, or should I say, good execution. Good execution on defense's part. He said the Packers scored 6 TDs on their first 7 possessions. Yeah, that's pretty bad. All right, here we go. Boom. Play action. Let's see where Dak is looking. Boom. Good. Put it on CD quick. And we're moving. They moving up the field. Boom. Put back. Boom. Dak gets rid of the ball. Boom. Good throw. CD can turn and run. They move like this is not the Dak who lost to the 49ers twice. This is not that offense. The offense did not look horrible. They turned the ball over, which was horrible. But it didn't look horrible. They were moving the ball all game. They moved the ball. Yeah, there mods in the chat. Hey, to my mods, man, I'm not reading the chat, but if y'all see any disrespectful behavior, guys cursing people out or talking crazy, please. And I mean it. Like if it's just argumentative, meaning like it's cool, but it's argumentative, they just talking their shit, give them a warning, put them in timeout. If they cursing people out, because when I look down there and I see it, they cursing people out, or they talking mad greasy. And I don't mean like now let me make this clear. 49ers fans, Packers fans that want to come in here and gloat, I don't mind that. Long as it's like you don't curse anybody out. But I don't mind that because they earned it. I don't do that. But if you're here talking shit to people, ban them. And I mean crazy shit. Not like, just you put them in timeout. I'll do the banning. You do the timeouts. Let me just keep it clear. Because some of y'all talk crazy. I mean, somebody said yesterday somebody was hugging somebody. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you gone, bro. You know what I mean? You doing too much. Or somebody was sucking. You're gone, bro. Like shit like that. Vulgarity, I don't want it. Because I don't do that. I curse. I talk my shit. I speak slang. But I'm not going to denigrate nobody or degrade nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that in here. So if you got that going on in here, you're going to get a timeout. You know what I'm saying? If you get a timeout and I check it and I see you do it again, I'm gonna just ban you and I don't even really care. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind though 49ers fans or Packers fans coming here to gloat because I mean they won. They can come in and talk shit if they want. You know what I'm saying? Eastside Harold, he's welcome. Let those guys talk shit, ignore them. As long as it's just regular football shit talk, leave them alone. All right, here we go. There's that same sprint option that he threw to CD earlier. These are good plays. This time it was nobody in front of him where he could just get this ball off. Good play to CD. Here we go. Boom. Now, on this play, Dak is trying to throw a bubble screen, but both these guys ran the same damn thing. This is why we only had a field goal on this play. Now, this is the first play in the red zone. They don't know what their assignment is. So Dak has to pull his ball down and just give up on the play because he's like, it's nowhere else to go in that play because it was a one read play. Boom. Here's another one. Boom. Play action. What we got? Now look at what they play. You remember how they left Gilly out there on an island in the red zone? Look at what they play in the red zone. They play zone, cloud coverage. You could throw it underneath, but you ain't throwing that, you ain't pushing that ball deep against us. You're not gonna do it. Ain't nowhere for Dak to go with this ball. Nowhere. Nowhere. He had to hold it. He tried to get it to CD late, but he had nowhere to go. I mean, a TP late. Had nowhere to go with that ball. That one, it was another all slant, another double slant that they blocked, and now those three plays right there, it turned into a field goal rather than a touchdown because of the poor execution in the red zone. Boom. They had a good answer for it. He said Eastside waited 4 years for this. He damn sure did, Troy. Let Eastside have his day, man. You leave Eastside alone. And I came at Eastside. I done beat Eastside up so many times, man. So let him have it. You know what I mean? I'm fair. If I boxing you and you whoop my ass, I'm gonna shake your hand. You know what I'm saying? And they whooped our ass. Y'all won in this playoffs. We lost. So I ain't got nothing to say to you, Eastside. Let him have it. Let him have it. Boom. All right, that's TP. They use him as a receiver finally on a slant. Good. Every time we got the ball after that field goal, we was moving like right there. Boom. The offense was flowing after that. After the mistakes, after those interceptions, after that pick six, is like Dak just turned up and it was it. You know what I mean? But we didn't get enough stops every time. Look at that. This is that dig from Gallup. He looked like Doubs on this one, how wide open he is. Look at this. Boom. Great dig. Boom. Great design. Very good design. Boom. Hit Gallup in stride, and he out. Beautiful play. And Gallup ran and finished hard on that one. Pause. Boom. Where we at on this one? Yep. Give it to Cooks down the bottom. They use Ferguson a lot. You crazy. This is Ferguson's best game of his career. Rico running hard. Like the offense was looking good enough. Good enough. The defense is what screwed the pooch, in my opinion. Even if the defense is forcing field goals, we win this game. If you force 3 field goals, we win this game. 3 field goals, we win this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop them once. Stop something. They ain't stop nothing. I can understand them scoring on the interception short field. I can understand them scoring on the pick six. I'm giving you 14. I'm spotting you to 14. You know what I'm saying? But every other drive, they just drove down the field. Every other drive, they drove down the field. So we spotted them 14 points. But every other drive, they just drove the ball down the field. However they want it. Boom. Dak should have hit that right there. That was the TP. TP beat that linebacker right there. Boom. He got an offsides here. He tries to hit Rico on this one. So, he throws it late, almost got intercepted, but it didn't matter because he knew he had a free play. Boom. Here, foot in the ground. Dak takes off. He's gonna take off, get the first down. Dak was trying to play. He was trying to win. Here, what we got. Play action. They held Ferguson on that play. Yep. So they called this back. So right here, they hold Fergie on this next play. Right here, boom. Boom. Oh, Dez is on Pivot Podcast. I'm definitely watching that. Boom. Hell, right there. They holding Ferguson at the top of the screen. You guys see that? Boom. Yep, held him. That was supposed to be the Ferg. He throws it to CD, but it was supposed to be the Ferg. So they get a first down. 5 yards in the first down. Boom. Here we go. Here we go. Hand the ball off TP. TP touchdown. Good run by TP. This was the 2-point conversion. Very easy. Boom. Nice. Oh, that got called back. Right. I forgot about that one. They had to kick a field goal after that because that got called back. They're in a cover 2 shell. Man under. No, they're actually in zone underneath. Cover 2 shell. It's in cover 2. Yeah. It's just cover 2. Dak reads cover 2, moves that linebacker off to the other hash, and throws a skinny post. That was fucking on a rope. That's hard. So Ferguson's in tight, so it's even less space on this post, right? Now watch this. So Dak here, he's hold that linebacker in the middle of the field so he doesn't converge back to the middle. Because if 59 is here when he lets this ball go, it's done. It's done. But look at Ferg. Ferg widens out. So he's going to pull this DB out to the perimeter while this safety's playing deep over the top. Ferg is running a great route because he's being patient right now. So is Dak. Dak is staring this guy down. He's staring this down to hold this linebacker right now. This is still good play by Dak. Dak didn't like forget how to play football. This is good play right here. Ferg is bending out so that he can cut inside. Right, boom. Bend out, boom, cut inside. Now Dak got all the room he need to throw into that triangle. And it got to be on a rope. Boom. Tight window throw, good completion. Beautiful. Top of his drop. What are they in? They're in a cloud coverage. They're in a cover 3 cloud. Cover 3 cloud with the corners playing flat. So this is cloud coverage out of a quarter formation. Boom. Boom. Dak put the ball in the flat. What are they in? Looks like cover 3. Cover 3, yeah. Put the ball in the flat again. Boom. Dak didn't want to let that go up the seam. Boom. Dak throws off his back foot, a little rainbow throw. This is where we went out 4th and 5. So right here, this was 3rd and 5. This first one. Is this the rainbow throw? Yeah, that's the rainbow. That's the 4th and 5 throw. Right there, throws it behind him. TP gets about 5 yards. Yeah. So now it's 3rd and 5. Boom. Gotta know where to go with the ball. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, Dak. Dak could have hit CD right here in the middle of the field on this 3rd and 5, but he's not looking there. But he had CD. CD broke open late. This would have been a big play, and we could have stayed on the field. All right, that's one bad one for Dak. Right there, man. Even while you moving around, like he thinking he gonna get sacked. He not sacked yet. Right there, even here, if he stops his feet, you got TP in front of you, and you got up the sideline. I don't know if that's Cooks over there, but at the top of the screen, you got 2 guys open. Or even CD if you decide to just stop and throw. But he doesn't know what's going on around him, so he got frantic feet right now. Yep, and he tries to air this out to TP, and they drive on it. But TP doesn't catch it anyway. He should have got it to TP earlier where they got the first down. Here, going for anything other than the first down didn't make sense to me here. So this was bad play call to me. Because if you look at the perimeter, nobody's running to the sticks trying to get a first down. Dak is waiting for a big play on this play. That's 4th and 5. You should have been going for a first down. We didn't run a play that could have got you a first down. We had a big play, but that's it. Boom. Here, Ferg moving. Ferg never go down off the first hit. Never. You always get extra yard. Boom. TP, check down. What are you in? All right, so again, they're in that they covered 3 quarters, it looks like. Let me see. Man under. Hold on. This might have been, let me see. This might be zone. It's a zone, yeah. Yeah, this is cover 2 zone. They just playing soft. And this linebacker or safety's playing deep middle. This is just cover 2. Now they're in cover 3. Cooks get hit at the bottom of the screen. Yep, I seen that opening up. Good play to Cooks. Now they playing that. They did that same robbery. You see what they just did here? He did the same. This is that same play. So that play was designed to trick Dak into throwing up the seam. They did that same play. Dak he just went away from it this time. He said, "You ain't gonna give me twice, bro." But you see this here? He tried to jump this again. Watch the pre-snap, post-snap. Look, boop. See? Watch this safety right here. He tried to show you cover. He's trying to show you too high, and then run down here and jump it. But it was nothing to jump because Dak didn't throw it to CD this time. I mean, yeah, CD. He throws it to TP. Boom. So Dak learned from it. They did it again. The same play. He's robbing again. They show cover 2, but he's really robbing. So you really got a lot of space on this other side if Dak starts to pick this up. Shit, I'm good, man. What did I say? I said you got a lot of space over because that safety is not really playing over the top of nothing. So it's all one-on-one on the outside. Dak throws it to the outside like I thought. Boom. Look at that. Now they're playing cover 2, soft. Dak's putting the ball on the money. Damn, they're in like a match. This look like a match man or cloud. Boom. How is it 3 and out constantly? The coldest. It wasn't 3 and out constantly if you put up 32 points. He wasn't 3 and out constantly. He was 3 and out the first drive, and then he threw an interception. And then he was 3 and out one other time. Like he only was a 3 and out 3 times. And I don't give a shit if you 3 and out or not. Defense need to play. What are we talking about? He had Gallup on that play. Yeah, but he hit. I don't mind him hitting Rico underneath on that one. Boom. He said against backups. He wasn't playing against backups the whole second half. See, that's where the lies start coming in, and that's when I start saying shit. He didn't score against backups the entire second half. That's the fourth quarter he was playing against backups. They didn't take Jordan Love in their front unit out or their first unit out until 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Before that, Dak was playing against their first unit, and he put up 20-something points against their first unit, not against backups, bro. So you lying again. Lying. All that bullshit, man. I don't mind criticizing shit when you talking straight up. You can have any opinion you want about what's actually happening. When you lie to make your point, you doing nut shit. I don't like that shit. You don't got to lie to make your point. The game was bad enough without the lies. Don't you get it? That's why we watching it. Dad gets sacked here. Boom. He had nowhere to go with the ball. Boom. Ferg is going to run a skinny post right up here. Bend in. Dak put it right on him. Beautiful route. Ferg came to play. You know what I'm saying? This was like bum time right here. Ferg came to play. And when the hate don't work, they start telling lies. Yeah, you're right. That was a good one, still them boys. That's my song too, man. Ferg, boom. Good route, Ferg. And that's pretty much it. I think that's the last time they had the ball. Oh, that's the 2-point conversion. No, they scored again. Yeah, boom. That gets hit. Boom. This one right here. See, this is by design. This is a beautiful play to beat Cloud, right? Watch this play. And this is why you know it's by design. Watch where Biadasz goes. They did this earlier in the year against the Jets, too. You see Biadasz? He's going to go down the line of scrimmage and step over here to create a new edge. Watch this. Boom. You see that? See how he peeled back and looks for whoever's trailing Dak? This is to give Dak time for a deep shot. And it's beautiful. Boom. Dak has time. He hits CD in stride. Boom. Deep play. That was beautiful. Especially when they're playing prevent defense anyway. They're playing deep. To get the ball deep against a team that's playing deep is hard. Boom. Another one deferred. Boom. Now you can say this one bump time if you want. This one right here. That's it. But even this, they ain't backups ain't out there. The backups are on the offense, not defense. Boom. Look at that. In the triangle. He was hitting Ferg on that play all game. He just kept hitting him up the seam all game. Him and Ferg got great chemistry, man. And this is the 2-point conversion. So that said, man. That said, let me remove this. We watched the entire game. We just rewatched the whole game from the defensive perspective first, and then the offensive perspective. Whatever your opinions are, you're allowed to have them. I'm not here to tell you not to have an opinion, but make your opinions, base your opinions off of facts, I hope. But it don't matter, man. At this point, one thing that is true, regardless of how I feel about the team, they earned every bit of criticism they're going to get. If you're one of those people that want to throw dirt on them and say we can't win with them, and that's what you saw when you looked out there at their game, I can't agree with you, but you have the right to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? If you're one of those people that think that everybody can go, I feel that way. Everybody can go as far as the coaching staff. I feel that way. I don't feel like Mike McCarthy has lost the locker room. And I do look at Dak, his game, and Dak, his development. And I just personally think that Mike McCarthy is the best thing for Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. And you can't deny that when Dak's had his best year under Mike McCarthy, or one of his best years, and CeeDee Lamb has emerged as a bona fide top receiver in the league under Mike McCarthy. I'd give him better than Tyreek Hill because Tyreek Hill got more yards because of his speed. CeeDee Lamb has more possessions, more everything else. You know what I mean? But Tyreek Hill has more yards. So when you look at how well the offense played with Mike McCarthy, I say that Mike McCarthy needs to go and invest in a running back. I say that his situational football and his faith in his players, especially his young players, needs to go up a notch because he trusted some more than others. He trusted Shoemaker too much. He's trusted Hunter Lipke not enough this season. Hunter Lipke didn't even make an appearance this game. None of the young players did. Hunter Lipke didn't play. Wanye Thomas didn't play. Shoemaker only played because Ferguson hurt his knee. You know what I mean? So I understood what Mike McCarthy was trying to do with coming out with your veterans and saying, hey, let my veterans play. But this needs to be a meritocracy. The best players need to be on the field, and you need to get your best players prepared to perform when it counts. That's on Mike McCarthy. If you want to get mad at that and you want to fire him for that, I won't argue with you. But understand that if we do that, you would need a contingency plan like keeping Schottenheimer so that you can keep some continuity with this offense and going out and investing in a mindset or a coordinator that's going to think run first. And when I say that, I mean, look at what Dak can do when you're asking him to be the offense. But the problem is when he's playing bad, he can't be perfect all year. Peyton Manning never was. Tom Brady never was. No, except for that Randy Moss year. But you can't be perfect all year. You're not going to be perfect all year. And when you have lulls, you need a run game or need something else to go to. If Dak wasn't performing this season, the game was over for us. We didn't have a game where we won the game because the running backs ran the ball well, like Green Bay did. Green Bay ran the ball so well that they gave their quarterback an easy night. He could throw play actions to wide open guys. You know what I mean? He had our defense on skates because they didn't know what was coming in any play. So you see the effect of that. And when you look at that and say, hey, if we gave Dak a dominant run game again, do you think that we get past these tougher teams? I do. Because in those games where he knows, hey, I got a home run hitter behind me, I can hand the ball off and I'm going to make you deal with him. If you don't agree with me, Aaron Rodgers beat the 49ers that we lost to last year, right? Or the year before. I think it was last year. But the way he beat them, he handed the ball off 35 times. 35 times to Aaron Jones and Dylan. Aaron Jones and Dylan were killing. They ain't mean around. But you know what I'm saying. So when you look at it from that perspective, can Dak win with a dominant run game? He hasn't had one since he was young and didn't have this ability. Since he's had this ability, he hasn't had a dominant run game. I think he can. I look at the offense and I say, I wouldn't snap if Mike McCarthy is here. I would get rid of him next year, though, if it happened again. But I wouldn't snap if he's still here. Dan Quinn, to me, has to go because for me and the new media community to recognize very early that linebacker was an issue from the moment Overshawn went down and watch the blunders of the front office and or Dan Quinn. And I put it on Dan Quinn because I feel like if he says I need this guy, they're not getting rid of this guy. For him to not put any value on the linebacker room and that be the one thing that fucks this team up the entire year. Because when you look at any of the teams that beat us, the only teams that beat us is teams that could commit to the run and that knew how to run the ball very well. Those are the only teams that could beat us. And if we had a solid run defense that truly could stop the run, what team would have dominated us this season? I can't see one. Every game that we lost the same way. We lost the same way. Offensively, I mean defensively anyway. We lost the same way. Every game. To the point where the Bills, you cut Rashad Evans after the Bills game where the Bills beat you and Josh Allen didn't throw the ball. Dan Quinn got to go. He got to go. Clark can either be a special teamer or he can go. Bell needs to get kicked back to safety, or Dan Quinn, you can take him with you and play him at linebacker over there, wherever you're going, or play him at safety over there, wherever you're going, because we got a safety room. We got a deep safety room. So you're going to lose two safeties. You're going to lose Curse. You're going to lose somebody. We got 6 of them. We don't need 6. We're going to keep 4. You're going to lose 2 safeties, and you're going to have to deal with it. 2 guys that you like, you pick. I would say, personally speaking, if you're playing money ball and you're looking at upside and talent and versatility, you got to keep Izzy, you got to keep Wanye, and you got to keep Hooker. Everybody else can go. Wilson, if you say Wilson fits, then that means Curse and Bell are out. But we don't need 6 safeties. We don't. And Bell being a linebacker, I'm done with that experiment. He is not a linebacker. If he comes back to this team next year at linebacker, I doubt I will be doing this because I'm not doing this a whole nother year. Y'all think I'm crazy. I'm not tripping. I'm not doing this next year if we come out here with bullshit linebackers again. I don't mind. My coach says it like this. If you get your ass beat, that's okay. My aunt used to say it too. I got in my first fight when I came from Texas. I was a bitch. For real, I was a bitch. I was like 6 though. I could be a bitch at 6. Sorry. Got punched in my nose. I said, Aunt, I got my ass beat. She said, Did you fight back? I said, yeah. Did you fight back with everything you got? I said, yeah. She said, well, you ain't lose. I said, oh, all right. So that made me fight hard every time I fought. I ain't give a fuck. I ain't believe in losing. And I never lost another one-on-one fight in my life. You had to jump me to beat my ass. And I'm for real. I ain't lost to one person in my life other than that. My cousin Will probably beat me a couple times, man, but that's cousins. We fight. But he beat me because we fought so many times. Of course, you're going to win some. But I ain't going to lie on Will. Will, you did beat me a couple times. But in the streets, never. But anyway, my trainer used to say, the best you can do is the best you can do. And the best you can do is always good enough. So if we lose a game and you run on some real linebackers, like if Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen get run on, then you earn the run. You earn that 100 yards. That's okay with me. If you got guys in there playing it the right way and they beat us that way, playing it the right way, then that was a better team. I can live with that. When you have guys that I think are wasting time, like D-Law, like Micah Parsons, like Hankins, like Gilly. When I say wasting time, you're wasting their time because they are playing top level bland. They playing top level football. And to shit on those guys by running 2 bullshit linebackers out here the entire year, knowing that it's a fucking problem, I can't forgive that. I do not like Dan Quinn anymore. I do not. I don't. I don't like him. Clark, I understand this was his rookie year. I understand that Scott McCurley ain't teach him shit. He would have to show me something from special teams or somewhere else for me to fuck with that next year. Can't do it. You can't do it. You cannot go out there and say you got guys that are putting it all on the line, giving their best, and you don't give your best scheme for their best effort. I don't personally blame Clark and Bell. I blame Scott McCurley. I blame Dan Quinn. I blame, Mike McCarthy for not making it happen. But somebody is responsible for the fact that we have had on this team, because people who say we just can't stop the run have the wrong scheme for the run. We have had on this team the entire year Micah Parsons, who's a top 10 pick at middle linebacker. He was not a top 10 pick as a defensive end, nor is he the best defensive end in the league. He's not. I know y'all don't like when I say that. He's not. He's the best defender in the league from the middle of the field. All of his sacks came from the B gap and the A gap, fam. A lot of them. More than 10. More than 8. I don't even gonna say 10. But I might be right. I gotta check every last one of them. But I'm gonna give them those to you too. And if they are from the B gap, then that makes even less sense why he on the edge all the time anyway. Okay. So you got that. And then you have Rashaan Evans, who's also a first-round draft pick. You had LVE, who's a first-round draft pick, but in the mind, not in the body. But when you look at Evans is a top 15 pick, somewhere in there. He was rated a top 10, but he went in the top 20 in the first round. Those are your two linebackers, bruh. Then you got two first-round talents at defensive end in Sam Williams and Dante Fowler. Those are your two edge guys, bruh. That's it. Those are your pass rushers. And you live with that. You run two safeties out there with that. You run some zone. You run man when they go big, 12 personnel. You can play man. You can play press. And you give some safety help to your aging Gilly and let them press so they could take some chances and they can stop you from even being able to let go of the ball anyway, which helps you get home up front because those guys can press and not play soft as hell against tight ends. That was bullshit. All that was bullshit. So you could call it what you want. Y'all could be mad at what you want, but ain't no pity party here, man. It's a problem. It's a problem. And I hate to get too preachy, but after watching that film, my feelings really is hurt. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all jumping on ad hoc. I'm gonna give a couple of shout outs and then I'm gonna get out. But remember, I ain't got my glasses on, so be nice. He said Dez spilling all the business. Oh, I gotta get on there and watch that. How about them Texans? I hear y'all. Quinn needs to go. I hear you on that. You know what I'm saying? Don't sleep on Trey Lance. Bounce back and be crazy. Yeah, Trey Lance is in a couple years would be cool. Stop the cap. What's up, bro? Appreciate you joining up yesterday. Micah is a waste of defensive end, too small, and teams run right at him. Factual. Dak is 60 mil versus the cap and has no trade clause. So saying don't pay him, you look stupid standing on that island. Yeah, you got to pay him something. You're just not going to pay him top money. Man. All right. Jermaine Johnson, he said, awesome work as always. Thank you. Thank you, man. Y'all can hear my energy is deflated after watching that shit, man. I got to get out of here. I'm about to go watch Dez and go home, lay down and chill, man. And I'm out of here, man. But I appreciate y'all jumping on. I will be on a lot, even though it's the off season. I don't feel like it's the off season. I feel fired up and a little angry. So I'm going to be breaking down college players and a lot of boxing. I got to talk to the guys over at the WBC because I want to bring Okoye Knows Boxing here instead of doing it on another channel. That way you guys can watch my boxing shit and watch football. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You're going to watch both. You know what I mean? I'm going to make you love me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I'm possessive like that. But I'll talk to y'all soon, man. Love y'all. I'm out. Yeah, I won't be going nowhere. Talk to y'all soon.